Hello, you delightful individuals, you happy-go-lucky scamps of humankind. It is I, your darling friend, Valen Vane, here in the cultivating the home of hedonism. How you doing? How's it going? How are things, you cheeky little devils? How was your interesting and somewhat tumultuous weekends, you cheeky little devils? It was very tumultuous for a great many of us because of the TikTok ban, which I'm sure we will talk about at some point, but we're going to try not to go into the politics of it, which is going to be hard because the whole thing was a political stunt. But anyway, you cheeky little devils, how you doing? How's it going? Good Lord, Sembar, why have you pinned that message? That of all of the messages you could have pinned today, of all of them, of all of the messages, you choose that one? The one that says you have lost the game? God damn. Friends, you, like I, have just lost the game. All right? I'm going to get a t-shirt that says that. In honor of you, Dapper Cogsworth. In honor of you, I'm going to get a t-shirt that says you have lost the game. All right? You bastard. You absolute fucking bastard. Why would you do this to me? How's it going, man of words? Hello, you cheeky devil. Welcome on in. Friends, welcome on in. How you doing? How's it going, Dapper Cogsworth, you cheeky little devil? Hello, Zooty Booty. Sembar Flay, glorious bean. It's Sadine. Hello, you joyous individual. Settle in, you cheeky devil. Shade, hello, you beautiful bean. MC, amazing. You lurk away, you glorious individual. Eris Ptolemy, you vex me. You vex me with your shenanigans. God damn it. Gosh darn it, you cheeky little devil. Don't encourage them. Don't encourage them, Dean. All right? God damn it. Jigglypuff haunting us from the shadows. I really should put all of the... maybe I should put, like, the alerts on, but in, like, giant form on that first screen when it goes all dark and I'm ready to say hello to everybody. It's like, oh, giant Jigglypuff getting all up in my face. TikTok banned? Where exactly? That is exactly the question, man of words. That is exactly the question. The question on many of our lips was, huh? Huh? What? They banned it for what? 12 hours? If that? 10 hours? Technically speaking, it was still very illegal when it came back in, but no one's enforcing it, so fuck it, wasn't matter, right? But we'll get there. We'll get around to it. We'll talk about it, because I followed the entire thing, and the whole thing was just fucking ridiculous. As many of you, just before I went live, I put up a TikTok myself being like, so if any of you saw that, I know a couple of you did, then you'll know exactly what's going on.
Ooh, little stalker.
Thank you so much for the follow, you beautiful bean. I don't like to call people out just in case they are lurking, but you are very, very welcome here, you cheeky little devil. You're not the lurking though, man of words. I appreciate you. Thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Yeah, now. It has been a day. I feel that in my little soul. I fell over, friends. I fell over, and not in the drunken 9-inch heels kind of way that you're all used to, but actually I was trying to navigate around some of the stuff that I was storing in my studio space just outside of the view of the camera, because you may have noticed I've moved stuff around again. Just outside the view of the camera, I've stored a whole lot of stuff that needs taken to the big tip, the recycle center, and I tripped over it and fucking fell like a lead balloon, friends. Fell like an absolute lead balloon. I have bruised my knee horribly. My entire arm is fucking killing me. So that was a cherry on top of a day that I was less than happy with, you know. So it's been a day. It's been a day. You know, we're getting on. We're cracking on. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna be one of those modding days. I'm gonna try for it not to be Sembar. We will do a very brief period, I would imagine. We're going to do a little brief thing where I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a statement about politics, and then we're not going to talk about it again. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm going to do about it. So yeah, but I appreciate you being on the ball with it. On the ball, right? Lunicorn coming in here with the 5 streams in a row. You've been streaking through here. Good Lord, put some clothes on. It got cold again. Look, I know you were lulled into a false sense of security, thinking it was going to get warmer, but no, it's got cold again. It's fucking freezing. Put some clothes back on, you cheeky little devil. Streaking through here for 5 streams in a row. Good Lord. Good frigid time zone, humans. One true cripple. It's always a pleasure to see you, beautiful bean, even if it is a frigid time zone. Bloody Baltic, you know. Should be in a different message. God damn it, December. God damn it. Renard, how you doing, you cheeky devil? Welcome on in. How's it going? Wee little donkey. Jesus H. Christ and the wee little donkey. That was something I got from my father. Actually, technically speaking, it was something I got from my grandmother, my Irish Catholic grandmother. Jesus H. Christ and the wee little donkey. That was, H is his middle name, Herbert. Jesus Herbert Christ and the wee little donkey, you know. You know, Pixie Bomb, hello, you cheeky devil. Oh, hi there. Oh, hi. The t-shirt needs a moustache on it as well. I'm okay with this. I've got no qualms with this by any stretch of the imagination. You know, or maybe like a little bow tie underneath it. You know, your trademark. Completely naked, but for a bow tie, right? Bella Boo, hello, you cheeky devil. Yeah, it wasn't even a 12-hour ban. I don't even know how long it was. It was a fucking farce is what it was. It was stupid. And it was the laziest bit of political theater I think I've ever seen in my life. Mentally exhausted and just glad to be here with those who support me no matter how I identify. Too fucking right, Eric told me. Too fucking right. We encourage people to be themselves in every way, shape and form, you know. TikTok ban and unban, such a small story on a very slow news day. I mean, to be honest with you, no, actually, Astra, it's a fucking massive story. It seemed like such a small story, but it's actually fucking huge because of the way it went down. Because of the whole dynamic of the way it went down. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Valen, for fuck's sake. I know. I fell over. It was bad. I have injured myself quite severely. But that, to be fair, it's just the cherry on the cake of today. It's all right. It's okay. I very nearly didn't press go live today because I was just feeling real shit. But I was like, do you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to press go live. And whatever happens, happens. Do you know what I mean? The worst that can happen is I get pissed off and end stream. Which I don't think I'm going to, because I'm in a much better... Now that I'm already speaking to you, I'm already in a much better mood. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Sarcasm is not always disappointing text. Oh, no. Astra, I completely missed that. I completely missed the sarcasm there, friend. But no, I appreciate that. T-shirt with Jesus Christ and his wee little ridiculously small donkey would be hilarious. Yeah, but then I would get all of the really zealoty Christians coming after me. Not that they don't already come after me, to be fair, so it's not really too much of a risk. So, you know. Can we have the ESP in shop? The ESP is here, friend. The ESP is here, Jam Jar. Seems that we've all had a bit of a day today. So don't worry, the ESP is here for all of us. You know? Definitely need the ESP today. Yeah, the ESP is here for all of us to plunge out all of those emotions, friends. They're there. I do have to admit, it's cold enough to have nips like... oh my lordy, what? Lips like chapel hat pegs. What the fuck is a chapel hat peg? What? How's it going, Jags and Cheeky Devil? What is a chapel hat peg? Lunicorn, you cheeky devil. Jags, you wonderful bean. I shall now describe your name upon the mirror vein. By having your name upon the mirror vein means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil, and of course you get access to all the sexy emotes. But the most important thing is you go roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, God, I look rough. But goddamn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Oh, yes, meow, you know? You know, you cheeky devil. Be right back. Need to cook food. Go cook food. Go cook food, you cheeky devil. Go cook food. Razar, hello, you cheeky devil. Absolutely stunned. Oh, obviously. And there's still people there being like, no, it was just our Lord and Savior, massive cunt wank to the rescue. Yes, the great Cheeto. You know, the TikTok thing. Yeah, it was just so stupid. It was so stupid. So stupid. Where am I from, man of words? I'm from Yorkshire in the UK. In fact, if you look at a map of England, the bit that looks like the armpit, that's where I'm from. Right? That is exactly where I'm from. I don't sound like it, though. Because round here, there's like the Yorkshire accent, which is like, aye, here now, calm yourself. Here we are, having a good time on Twitch. Now we're just having a nice brew. Nice Yorkshire brew, having a good time. And then around here, it's a lot more nasal. It's like, fucking hell, man, what the fuck you doing, dickhead? So I don't sound like I'm from the... I don't sound like I'm from the local region, despite the fact that I am definitely from the local region. Do you know what I mean? Why are California almond farmers so concerned about the record cold temperatures? They don't want their nuts to freeze off? God damn it, Sebastian. How you doing, buddy? How's it going? Welcome on in. Finley, how you doing, you cheeky devil? Aylin Zana coming in. Buttons to press. 7 streams you've been streaking through here. Good Lord, put some clothes on. Put some clothes on, you cheeky little devil, you. Put some clothes on. What's going on? It's bloody freezing outside. Look, even the almonds are freezing off, all right? Pixie Bomb, what? Hold on, what? Pixie Bomb, you were in here while you were streaming? You came in, you said hello while you were already streaming? What the actual dickens? Ladies and gentlemen and all genders outside and in between, delve deep into your pits of popcorn and throw them at the raiders, throw them at these cheeky devils. Look at these people going in here. I mean, really, could you even imagine? Who did they think they are? The absolute audacity, I tell you. The absolute audacity. How's it going, Pixie Bomb? The absolute audacity of you as well, coming in here while I'm trying to, like, say hello to everybody. You were already in here and then you raided over. Hold on, wait. God damn it, Monty. Bloody popcorn everywhere, I tell you. Bloody popcorn everywhere, all right? It's a common occurrence. You come in while you were streaming. Good Lord. The rudeness. The rudeness of it all, I tell you. What is in Sound Mind? What is in Sound Mind? Tell me about this game you've been playing. Tell me about it. Friends, go and check out Pixie Bomb. Pixie Bomb is a wonderful, wonderful human being. A glorious specimen of humankind. Very loving and accepting. Very wholesome. Very supportive. A happy-go-lucky scamp of an individual that I have the pleasure of meeting a few times now. And also a crochet extraordinaire. How you doing, you beautiful being? Thank you very much for bringing all your people over here. I really appreciate it. Have you not learned that I watch streams while I live? No, I haven't learned that. I lurk streams. Like, if like, Chunk's on, for example, I'll, like, mute him up and just have him on in the background while I'm going on. Do you know what I mean? Very seance-esque. How's it going, Safi Pie? Hella, yeah, cheeky devil. Yeah, I've moved the room around a little bit because I was storing a whole load of stuff in half of the studio. And also, these 2 boxes here, these 2 boxes are set up for I don't know what's in them, but they're set up for a YouTube video that I'm going to be filming at some point this week. Because, basically, a friend of mine who used to run the like main sex shop in Hull, the main go-to place outside of Ann Summers in Hull when I was like a teenager. There was many stories of me sneaking down into the sex shop, into the basement of the sex shop, and then being like, for fuck's sake, Valen, get the fuck out of here. You know you're not allowed in here. We'd get in trouble if you were down here. And I'd be like, I just wanted to have a look at the boobies. You know, the usual sort of things that teenagers do. But yeah, so they messaged me just before Christmas and they were like, hey Val, we have got 2 boxes of really old stock. Like, we've gone through all of our old stock that we never ended up doing anything with, and we've binned a whole load of it.
Hand it to my ego. Hand it to it. Hand it to it.
My wife asked me to stop singing Wonderwall to her. I said, maybe.
I'm not fucking surprised.
Good evening, by the way, Valen.
I'm not surprised that she asked you to stop singing that absolute dog shite of a song. Good Lord. I heard that when I was a young teenager. A preteen even. When it fucking came out, and I was obsessed with it for about 10 minutes. And then I was like, I never want to hear this song ever again. It is bullshit. How's it going, Stupedia? Thank you very much for 100 little panderings, and also rude. Yeah, God damn it. Lady Cleo Cabaret. What is going on today? What is happening today? What is going on? Boo.
Yes, you heard me. Boo.
I do indeed hear you go laboo. And can I raise you some bees to add at the end of your boo? Some boobies. Can I raise you some bees? There we go, you know. Lady Cleo Cabaret. I have now inscribed your name upon the mirror vein. By having your name upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes, but the most important thing. Oh my lordy, come on now.
Hand it to it.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you.
I fucking hope not. I threw it away for a reason, Brazotta. I threw it away for a reason, gosh darn it. Okay? Don't be throwing back to me. I'll throw it back. It'll be like fucking, what is it? Hot potato or something like that.
Hand it to it.
Why did the lobster blush? Because it saw the ocean's bottom.
As somebody who had a pet lobster, I can tell you that is tosh and bollocks, friend. Tosh and bollocks, okay? Thank you very much for the 100 little panderings. Where was I? Yeah, Lady Clear Cabaret. By having your name upon the mirror vein means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you'll roll over every morning. Look in the mirror.
Hand it to my ego.
Come on. I'm trying
Hand it to it.
Interruption. Gotcha. Also, you're a silly sausage, and I hope your wounds heal soon.
It's alright. It's just bumps and bruises, Dean. I'll be fine. I'll be achy for a few days, but it'll be alright. It'll be alright. Stop it.
Hand it to it.
Here I am.
By now, you should have somehow realized what we're gonna do. A .k.aa brat train.
Really? Really, Shade? Really? You all throwing Wonderwall lyrics at me through the medium of bitties. Are you for real? Oh my god. This is the worst. Where was I? But the most important thing, Lady Clear Cabaret, as always, you got to roll over every morning, look in the mirror and go, God, do I look rough? But goddamn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow, you know? Friends who are new here, because I know there's a few of you. I've just put it down. I've just put it down, goddammit, Razotta. I have literally just put it down. Gosh darn it. All right. Thank you very much for giving that some...
Subscribed. Most kind.
Second carriage connected.
Zabadian.
Hand it to my ego.
Zabadian.
Hand it to it. Hand it to it.
Cause maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me, and after all, you're our Valenwall.
I am your Valenwall. You're my mirror wall.
Hand it to it.
Valen, just don't look back in anger.
But I will. Hold on. I will. I will indeed. I will indeed. All right.
Hand it to it. Hand it to it.
CHOO chew. Stroking the CHOO.
That's me looking back in anger, okay? That is literally me looking back in anger. Astra, what have we told you about stroking that bloody fucking train, all right? For all those people that are new here, the hype train is like an impromptu erection. If you leave it alone, it'll go away, okay? If you leave it alone, it'll go away. Zabadian, 10 tier 2 gift subs. 10 tier 2s. What the fuck? What, they're taking us straight up to fucking level 6?
Choo mother fluffers.
That was how I felt earlier. Actually, no, it was far more dramatic than that. But are you for real? Eric, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. This is bloody ridiculous. It's a Monday, friends. It's a Monday that no one's having a good time with. Come on.
Some might say we like stroking the brat train.
Stop stroking it. It's an impromptu erection. If you leave it alone, it'll go away. We've talked about this, all right? We've talked about this. Right, I've got to write all these ones that Zabadian have so kindly gifted. Hold on. The first one. The second one. The third one. Jigglypuff. Thank you for the 139, Aristology. We've had too much of bloody Jigglypuff already, okay? I don't even know which number I'm at now, but I'm still writing them.
Hand it to my ego. Hand it to it.
Come on! I'm trying to write up.
Ignore it. It may go away.
It will.
But if you play with it, it can be a lot of fun. LUL.
No, that's not true. That is not true. If you play with it, it might explode. All right? That is the risk you take with things like this, okay? Oh my lordy, hold on. Hold on. Two more. One, last one. Oh my lordy. Okay. All of you people that have been gifted subs, please, please, please say a massive thank you. A massive thank you to the people that gifted those subs to you cheeky little devils. We've had Zabadian with 10 tier 2 subs there. Bloody Nora. And then Razor gifting out a community sub as well. Gosh darn it. This is ridiculous. It's a bloody Monday, for fuck's sake. All right? All right? What the F... Just what? Friends, if you've been gifted a tier 1 sub, your name is now inscribed upon the Mirror Vein in gold ink. By having your name upon the Mirror Vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat.
Panda to it. Panda to it.
Stand up beside the fireplace. Take that look from off your face.
My fireplace is over there. I will not stand up next to it. I will not. And this look will be on my face repeatedly throughout the stream. Thank you very much. Okay. What was I even saying? Tier 1s, you get access to all the sexy little emos. Tier 2s, you also get access to my sexy little face on Pokemon, which is cursed as fuck. And all of you have got to roll over every morning. The tier 1s have got to go, God, do I look rough, but God damn, do I make rough look good. And the tier 2s have got to go, God, I wish I was someone else.
You subscribed. Most kind.
Just so I can look at me. Thank you very much, Shade and Sunshine, for giving a tier 1 sub to Once More with Feeling. God damn it. By having a name on the Mirror Vein means you get access to my personal Snapchat, no bum Snapchat. You've just heard it. You've just heard it. But all of you have got to go, ooh, sexy, ooh, yes, meow, you know? God damn it, that is too bloody kind, friends. That is too kind. That is too fucking kind. It's a bloody Monday, for fuck's sake. All right? What? Just what? Just what? We completed it at level 6 at 79%. That is outrageous, friends. That is bloody outrageous. Thank you so much. Friends, if you have got hype train emotes, please, please, please throw them out. And I would say a massive, massive thank you to all those people that subbed, the gifted subs, that threw all those cheeky little bitties out there. That's so fucking kind of you, friends. That is too much. Too much. You people are too bloody kind to me as it is, all right? God damn it. Ah. What did the water say to the cold? You make me so hard. Oh my god. Zabadian. God damn it. God damn it. Kid Tempest, how you doing, you cheeky little devil? Love the room is very seance-esque. Yeah, I've moved it all around. I like this desk because this desk is not only a sit-stand desk, but I very specifically ordered one that had wheels in it as well. So also, but I completely forgot to say, but all those people, we started funding a sit-stand desk fucking ages and ages ago, and I finally got around to taking that money. We never actually completed the target, but the money that people had already sent me, I took that money because I have it in loads of little pots. I took that money and actually put it towards buying this desk. So a massive thank you to all the people that donated to that dono goal when we had it fucking 6 months ago or whatever it was. Okay, so a massive thank you to all those people. But yeah, it's on wheels, so I get to move it around and we can have loads of different scenes going on, you know? I'm a big fan, you know? Big fan. Much like when I open my mouth when I type, it's just like it's likely to be a greater than 50% chance of sarcasm. That is entirely fair. That is entirely fair, Astra. Unfortunately, it just doesn't translate via text. No tone of voice and no body language. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. But I appreciate you assuring me. Do you know what I mean? It's cold outside, but you're warm in your house, so you're happy. It's slowly but surely warming up here because the heating is now on, which I'm very happy for. Very happy for, you know. Just found out online that chapel hat pegs, a northern term used to describe a women's headlamps, well, on a main beam. Saw this girl, it was so cold that she had nips like chapel hat pegs. That was exactly what Lunicorn said, and I was very confused. Right. On high beam, because they're so unbelievably pointy. I get it. I get you. I'm on board it. You sound like you're from Coventry, kinda. I went to university in Coventry. Though I sounded like this before that. I sounded exactly like my accent hasn't really changed. All that happens is I get a little bit more Yorkshire when I'm drinking. You know? Have a few drinks. Aye. Oh, aye. Calm you said. Oh, Jesus. You know? Especially if I'm drinking, like, ales or what have you. I don't drink ales very often. I don't like them. But, you know. Looking at a map and trying to figure out what part could be the armpit if I anthropomorphized it. This'll do. Behold the United Kingdom. Behold its tiny little arm. Behold its armpit. Behold the armpit of England. There it is. It's got a tiny little arm. It's the armpit. It's the armpit of England. Makes sense, right? Makes sense. Right in Yorkshire's gooch. Right in Yorkshire's gooch. How's it going, Miss Aisha? How you doing, you cheeky devil? From what I can tell so far, oh, this is the game you were playing, Pixie Bomb. From what you can tell so far, there's something fucky going on, and it's following a psychiatrist as he goes through old patient cases. It's really rather emotional and very atmospheric. Might be worth a look for you. Ooh, yeah. It sounds like something that I would enjoy for sure. Is it like a horror? I don't know whether you're still here, Pixie Bomb. I know you might have disappeared off and gone and grab a snaffly treat or a delightful beverage. But is it like a horror game or a spooky themed game? Is it a mystery game? What kind of game is it? Brian's Brain Dump. Hello, you cheeky devil. Welcome on in. Milky Pork, your glory is being welcome on in. Can I get a shout out for Lady Cleo Cabaret as well, please? If I've got a delightful mod available. Hey, Oasis with a passion. So do I. So do I. Horror adjacent. Okay, cool. Friends, go and check out Lady Cleo Cabaret. Lady Cleo Cabaret is one of our dear friends. Another cabaret extraordinaire. Cabaret aficionado. Performance wizard. And yeah, well worth going and checking out. Go click that cheeky little follow button for that wonderful bean. Also has a stunning singing voice on them. Absolutely stunning singing voice. Ghostly flying insect, the boobies. Exactly, all of the boobies. All of the boobies. Zabadian. That's what I was saying. So yeah, they gave me 2 boxes of old stock that was still in good shape. I don't know what's in there. I've got no idea. But at some stage this week, I will be recording like an unboxing of these 2 boxes to put on the YouTube channel. I don't know whether it's going to go live on Friday because I already had something else planned for this Friday, or whether it'll be live next Friday. I'm not sure. But yeah, it'll be available. It will be available at some stage in the next couple of weeks. And to be clear, I have got no idea what's in them. No idea what's in them. There's a very good chance that we'll just give a whole load of it away. Providing that they're all like sealed and they're all in good condition and stuff like that, we'll just give a whole load away. So if you're interested in getting potentially free sex toys, let me know. Come see the video. I don't know whether it's going to be this Friday or next Friday, so you're going to have to come to both. And then we'll do giveaways of stuff that's all boxed and like untouched. Do you know what I mean? When I can guarantee its quality assurance, I will be comfortable enough to send it out to other people. You know? Scroll past all of this ridiculousness. All of your ridiculous shenanigans. God damn it. Usually I wouldn't, but I couldn't resist that specific part as the brat train arrived. Oh my lordy. God damn it. God damn it. And if you stroke it, everyone is happy. Look, just because you don't... when there's a brat train, okay, friends, and there's going to be a while before we can do another one, thank fuck, okay? When there's a brat train, you got to leave it alone, all right? Otherwise, it never goes away. There's a risk of it exploding. It's all out there. Do you know what I mean? It's all out there. God damn it, all right? Astro, you cheeky little devil. Well, hello there. Well, hello there, you cheeky devil. You. Good lord, look at you coming over here. Getting a smolder 7 minutes ago. What did you say? Not a Pokemon, but let's have a close-up of Valen Swoon. Oh! That was me swooning. All right, that was me swooning. Gosh darn it. Look at you coming over here, getting all close and personal, getting all up in my business, and then waiting 7 minutes for it. Good Lord. Good Lord. The scandal, I tell you. The absolute preposterous scandal of it all. I mean, really. Oh. You know? Literally just joined one of these shenanigans. You got gifted a tier 2 sub. Sage the Kitten, you beautiful bean. All right. Thank you very much for thanking Zabadi in there. It means the world. Wolfex, how you doing, you cheeky devil? Welcome on in. Thanks for the gift sub. I appreciate you. Just a lurker, but appreciate. There's no such thing as just a lurker, Wolfex. And if you're lurking, if you've gone back to lurk, you lurk away, you beautiful bean. All right. No such thing as just a lurker. You beautiful lurkers, I appreciate you. And all those people that are watching the VODs if you are watching the VOD now, I appreciate you as well. I appreciate you for checking out the VOD and going out of your way to listen to my ridiculousness and the preposterousness. I appreciate you all. You lurkers, I appreciate you. You chatters, I appreciate you. And all those people that are watching the VOD, I appreciate you little fucks. All right? Okay? Good. But yeah. And I also appreciate Wolfex coming out of lurk in order to say thank you there. That means a lot. That genuinely means a lot to me. You know what I mean? If a hype train lasts for more than 4 hours, consult your doctor. If your hype train starts to ache a little bit, you know, then consult a health professional for sure. Do you know how to confuse a coal miner? Show him a row of shovels and tell him to take his pick. Oh my god. Oh my god, Zabadian. Come on. So we might get white stuff all over the place. What a disaster that would be. And it's very sticky. It's very, very sticky, you know? It's just another manic Monday. Exactly, Brian's brain dump. Exactly. I almost said brain's Brian dump there. And that's a very different dynamic. Do you know what I mean? Don't lift the mirror if it's too much of your arms. It's all right. My arms are achy, but they're not like painful. Do you know what I mean? They're achy, but not painful. But I thank you very much for the consideration. I appreciate that. Blue Monday, not Bloody Monday. Oh, is it Blue Monday today? Yeah, fucking Chunk came in and said something about that today. Blue Monday, Monday the 20th of January. The most depressing day of the year, apparently. I wouldn't say it was depressing. I was just saying it was a pin in the fucking hoop. There was an awful lot of shit that happened today that I just didn't want to happen, you know? But although it does, I do find a certain amount of irony with it being Blue Monday, statistically the most depressing day of the year, and also the inauguration of a certain political figure in America. Oh, they fell in line, didn't they? Jesus Christ. We're not talking about politics. The desk moves, so we have stream outside and mobile when. So, actually, I probably could do that. Probably could do that, Astra. I wouldn't be able to take it very far, but depending on the length of the cable, because I've got it all. So the only cable that comes out of this, out of the PC, the desk, actually 2 cables. I've got the power cable for everything because all of the power's taped up underneath the desk itself, and I have the Ethernet cable that leads to the internet. To the internets. So yeah, providing I could get a long enough cable for an extension lead, and an extension lead and a really long Ethernet cable, I probably could take it outside. We could have a garden one when it gets a bit warmer. You have a nice garden stream, you know. That would actually be possible as well. That would genuinely be possible. It just means I'd be like this, trying to read everybody's chats, you know. Yeah, I know. How's it going, Miss Aisha? How you doing, cheeky devil? Great Britain is an old woman carrying a pig. It's very true. No, that is true. Yeah, I completely believe it. Completely believe it. That's a nose. The nose of England. Only if you see it as one giant face. If you see it as a body, it's a different thing. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? kind of horror spoopy, but not scary. That's the kind of games I like to play. I mean, I love my indie horror games, don't get me wrong. I genuinely fucking love them. But I do enjoy like horror adjacent ones where it's like it's spoopy and horror themed but not scary. Do you know what I mean? Like at the moment on Wednesday we're still playing the Miskatonic, and that is another one that is horror adjacent. It's spooky but not scary, you know? When you go into Lady Cleo Cabarets, make sure you tell her how cute she is too. Yep, I've heard that. Heard that's actually genuinely a thing. I've heard that every single person that goes into Lady Cleo Cabaret stream has to say, "Oh my lordy, you're so unbelievably cute." Like it's a weird rule that's come out like that. Do you know what I mean? No, it's all right for the time being. Thank you very much, Semba. It's all right for the time being, but I appreciate the question. Free sex toys come to one of the infamous Hello Kitty vibrator. I mean, do you know what? Kid Tempest, I don't know what's in them. I don't know what's in them. We've got 2 massive crates down here. I've got no idea what's in them. So maybe, potentially, possibly. I don't know. There could be a Hello Kitty vibrator in there. I doubt it, but there could be, you know? Finding good homes for holes to insert them into. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Finding good homes to insert them into. Exactly, right? Presuming that there's anything insertable in there. I think there is, given what I've been told already. But there might not be, I suppose. How's it going, Mayor? Hello, you cheeky devil. Welcome on in. I'm on supply runs and will engage in sewing BCS. Because the jeans I was finishing last Tuesday, Tuesday stream are done. Apparently, you're an excellent body double. I'll happily take it, Masasha. More than happily. I'll be anybody's body double. I'm game. I am game. You know? How's it going, Painted Lady? How you doing, cheeky devil? This is giveaway UK only because your girl needs a new friend and all mine's. No? I don't think so. Let me just check postage. Postage, UK to Australia. That's like the furthest away from us, isn't it? Give me an average price.
Hand it to my ego. Hand it to it. Hand it to it.
Why was the color green notoriously single? It was always so jaded. Why is Peter Pan always flying? Because he never lands. Why did Waldo go to therapy? Because he needed to find himself. I'm all done now.
I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm glad, Stupedia. I'm going to restrict people to 1 dad joke per TTS message, all right? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to restrict you to 1 dad joke per TTS message. God damn it. Thank you very much for the 100 level pandering, Stupedia. I really appreciate it, buddy. I really, really appreciate it. My achy breaky arms, yeah, to be fair, it's my knee that's causing me more of an issue than anything else at the moment. But yeah, no, I think so. I tell you what, I will let you know, Sage. I will let you know, because I don't know how many toys are in here, and I don't have a spare couple of £100 to send 20 toys halfway across the world, if that makes sense. You know, according to this, it should only cost like 8-9 quid to send a toy to the other side of the world. So potentially, but it depends how many toys there is, and it depends. Yeah, I'll need to think about it. I need to think about it, but I would like to make it a global thing. That would be nice. It would be nice to be able to, like, if somebody does win them halfway across the world, then they win them halfway across the world. Do you know what I mean? I'll find a way to get it done, you know. How's it going, Midgarder? How you doing, you cheeky devil? Good morning from Oz. Exactly. If Midgarder won one of these wonderful toys, I'd be sending them halfway around the world. You know? Right, I'm going to quickly move past the discussions around politicians. But yeah, we'll just check on that. Wouldn't the Hello Kitty vibrator be called the Hello Clitty? Oh my god. It wouldn't surprise me if Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty. Does anybody hold on, let me show you this. Let me show you this. Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty. Images. This is Hello Kitty. No, not what I'm after. This is Hello Kitty, friends. This is Hello Kitty. An image many of you will be more than familiar with. An image that many of you may have worn the products of over your time. Had them on key rings, on t-shirts, on delightful little plushies. Many, many things. However, according to the creators of Hello Kitty, according to the official Hello Kitty creators, the business that created Hello Kitty, this is a little girl. Hello Kitty is not a cat. She's not a cat. She is a little girl. In fact, all of the characters in the entire universe of Hello Kitty are people, are human beings. None of them are little kitties. Facts. According to the official law of Hello Kitty, you know. There's also Mimi who wears the bow on the other side. Exactly, another little girl. You know? So everyone's in a fursuit? Potentially. Yeah, maybe they're all just little furries. One of the earliest iterations of furry around, the Hello Kitty franchise. You know? How's it going, Mendiza? Hello, you cheeky devil. Welcome on in. How you doing? I found this out a little while ago. I found this out a couple of months ago, actually. How's it going, Classic Chunk? Hello, you cheeky devil. I found this out a couple of months ago. That the official creators of Hello Kitty have declared that Hello Kitty is not a cat. She is a little girl. I'm like, the fuck? People can have whiskers. Maybe they're just trying to be diverse. Maybe they are. People can have whiskers and pointy ears that stick out the top of their heads. And little yellow noses. Yeah, now. So Hello Kitty could be perhaps be AMAB, potentially. I don't know. All I know is that they have said that Hello Kitty is a little girl. That's all I've said. That's all they have said, even. Or all that I have heard of them saying. I just genuinely have got no fucking clue. Genuinely no clue. Also, how you doing, Lux? Hello, you cheeky devil. Good lord!
Most kind.
You cheeky little devil, you. Who did that? Who did that? Who did that? Sam coming in with the prime for 46 months. Good lord. Good lord. Oh, there's a couple of you on back here. Sam, your name has been inscribed on the back of the mirror vein. You're on this one 3 times. You're on this one 3 times. As is a privilege reserved only for you. For you are one of the early folks. By having your name on the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you got to roll over every morning, look in the mirror, go, God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow, you know? Yeah, no, I've got someone in my eyeball. How you doing, Sam? How's it going, you cheeky devil? Oh. Right, what was I? I'm trying to remember. I saw a clip of a vibrating dildo that you could also use as a joystick for a video game. Yeah, I definitely heard about this. I vaguely remember reading an article about it a while back. Vaguely remember reading an article about it a while back. Oh, I got something in my eyeball and it's not going anywhere. It's just there, causing a nuisance. So what you're saying is the more that dad joke Stupedia needs to get out, the closer you get to some impromptu strokage. Huh, good to know. No, that is not what I'm saying. If I keep blinking, it'll leave, right? Where's my eyeballs? No idea. It's annoying though. Can't see it with my mirror because of the lights and it's weird. Just trying to brighten people's day with your joke. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Here was me thinking all of this time you were just trying to be a brat, Stupedia. Classic Chunk missed the dad jokes. Classic Chunk does enjoy a good dad joke. Classic Chunk also enjoys cringeworthy humor, though. Humor that makes you just go, come on, You know what I mean? Like, I can't deal with that shit. Aimless Corsair, hello, you cheeky devil. Welcome on in. Hope everyone's having a lovely day. Actually, no. Having a pretty miserable day, to be honest with Aimless Corsair, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that we're having a miserable day, because we are doing what we can to make the most out of it. It's not about the fucking shit that life throws at you. It's about how you make the most out of that shit, all right? Life cascades a shitload of sharticles at me. I craft those sharticles into a giant fortress of poop, which everyone goes by and goes, oh, that's stinky, but also very impressive, you know? Yeah, no? Sanrio? Excuse me? Oh, is that the people that made Hello Kitty, Razotta? I don't know the company. I'm guessing that's what you were referring to there, you know? Looking at the stream subtitle, I assume is the main word there. Oh, what is my title? TikTok was banned? Yeah. Oh, Chunakas. We'll get to it. We will get to it, friend, because it was a farce. And actually, very, very problematic. And not just politically, but just for so many people. They literally toyed with the entire emotions of 170 million people. And I'm furious about it. Absolutely furious about it, you know? I hate this fact, yeah? There's no way she's a girl. She's a girl. According to the official law of Hello Kitty, she's a girl, all right? She does, however, have a cat. Exactly. She's a girl with a cat. And therefore, the cat has to be a cat. We're not talking like a Pluto and Goofy scenario. Do you know what I mean? We're talking she is a little girl who dresses... Well, it doesn't even say she dresses like a cat. She's just a little girl. You know? Exactly, right? I only had a...
Hand it to my ego. Hand it to it. Hand it to it.
What's the difference between a dirty old bus stop and a lobster with breast implants? One is a crusty bus station, the other one is a busty crustacean.
Lux. Oh my god. Here was me I was ready. I was ready to have a go at Stupedia or a Zabadian. I was ready. I was ready to tell them off with a waggly finger and everything. And what occurs? Lux out of nowhere. God damn it. Thank you very much for the 100 little panderings. God damn it. JM Beard, how you doing? Only had one childhood coloring book and you still have it? You still have that coloring book? That's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive. We got The Boy. For those people that don't know, The Boy is my my partner's kid. We got him a football coloring book because he's well into football. So we got him one so that he can design his own football kits. Or I say we. Steph got him one so he can design his own football kits and design his own football boots and stuff like that. Which I believe he enjoys. I haven't seen his designs yet, but I believe so. Do you know what I mean? Boy. No, not quite God of War style. More like flamboyant. More like The Boy. As opposed to boy. Run round the corner and fetch me milk, boy. You know? Girls can also be cats, or at least according to a lot of my friends. I could imagine that. People have whiskers. Maybe they're trying to be diverse. Maybe they are. Ember Vox, how you doing, cheeky devil? Also, 12 minutes ago, Razotta redeemed a Victorian advice. Here we are with some Victorian advice. Let's go for the pocket dictionary of the vulgar tongue. I will read a couple of these from a random page. In fact, you know what? Because of the fact that these are all very small, I will read the entire page for you, all right? Cat heads, which means a woman's breasts. Catch fart, a footboy, so called from such servants, commonly following close behind their masters or mistresses. So somebody who literally catches their lords and ladies' farts. The corge pawed, people who are left-handed. Chatterbroth, tea. See catlap and sandal broth. Cheese it. Be silent. Be quiet. Don't do it. Cheese it. The coves are fly. Be silent. The people understood our discourse. A cheese toaster is a sword. Apparently. Cheese it. Exactly. Yes. Cheese it. Yes. A cheeser is a strong smelling fart. A little botty burp. Oh, it's quite a cheeser, that one, actually. And then chicken hammed. A person whose legs and thighs are bent or arched outwards. This is a pocket dictionary of the vulgar tongue. Useful everyday phrases. Have we got a time when this was to be known but not practiced? There we go. A book very useful and necessary. To be known but not practiced. A dictionary of bookish slang, university wit, and pickpocket eloquence. It's an abridged version of the classic dictionary of the vulgar tongue. Oh, first published. So this is a dictionary first published in 1785. Okay, that would explain why some of these choice words are ones that I am not familiar with. You know. There you go. That's actually pre-Victorian. Pre-Victorian, however, still very exciting. Thank you very much, Razotta, for the Victorian advice there. We haven't done Book of the Vulgar Tongue yet, so that's quite exciting. That's quite exciting. So a little girl, but they call it Hello Kitty. Makes it look like a cat, and it feels like the creators are trolling. It certainly does, doesn't it, Stupidia? Certainly does. I was going to ask that, but I didn't want to sound bad. Who knows? I was about to say, all I know is there was an interview done with the creators of Hello Kitty, and the spokesperson said that she was a girl, not a cat, an actual little girl, you know. Odd place to wear fake eyelashes on that furry, right? Ooh, hold on. Excuse me. That's cool. That's all right. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Something took priority, friends. I'm just keeping my eye out for something. Doing well. I'm really glad to hear that, Sam. Really, really glad to hear that. She was also born in England, according to the law, and her name is Kitty White. Kitty White sounds like the name of a burlesque dancer. Like, I could imagine being on stage at a cabaret and being like, ladies and gentlemen, and all genders outside in between, clap your hands, stamp your feet, make some noise for Kitty White. Like, I could imagine that being a thing. All right? Kitty White sounds like the name of a burlesque dancer. You know? Mm-hmm. For sure. For sure. No, we haven't discussed the topic of the stream title just yet, but I'm going to wait for these adverts to be done, and then we're going to talk about it. However, we're going to be very careful. I will make one political statement, and that will be the only politics in the entire stream, and I don't want anybody else saying any political shit. All right? Okay. Your eyeballs are in my head. Thanks for that, Stupidia. Thank you. Can't I brighten people's day and be a brat? You are a brat by brightening people's day. All right? God damn it. If you enjoy a dad joke before you're a dad, is it a faux pas? Oh my god. Oh my god. So you have a shit palace? Sometimes. I have to admit it, yes. Osric, how you doing, Cheeky Devil? Thank you very much for coming out of Lurk and saying thank you for the gifts up. I really appreciate that. I appreciate that. Wasn't really banned anyway, if I read correctly. Oh, no, it was. It was banned. It was. It definitely was. However, the way they went about it is tumultuous, to say the least, you know? What's the difference between... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I almost read it twice, Lux. God damn it. Back with food. Welcome back, you cheeky little devil. More jazz hands. And all that jazz. Oh, a Hello Kitty coloring book. Yeah, I definitely didn't have anything like that. I've got a picture of a dragon that was like... do you remember... I don't know whether people will, because... All right. There was, back when I was a wee plucky young whippersnapper, there was these images that were like paint by numbers. All right. But around the little sections that you would paint or color in was felt. So it was like a felt layer, and then they would cut out the areas that you needed to color in. And we had a Chinese dragon, one of those that me, my mother, and my little sister all colored in when I was like 5 or 6. And I still have that somewhere in this house. And it's like a super multicolored thing because all of us didn't... Like, my sister is like 18 months younger than I am. And nearly 2 years younger than I am. So the idea of like coloring in the lines, those things were great because you couldn't color outside the lines because of the felt. So yeah, they were fantastic. But yeah, I've still got one of those somewhere. I still got that specific one somewhere, you know? Can we get a Valen and the Boy Kit collaboration? The Boy Kit? Is that a character from Hello Kitty, Stupedia? Such a cool idea. Hope he comes up with some epic designs. Larry the Lobster with a bustier. I'm a weak Victorian child waiting for my fact. I got there, Azar. I got there, you know? Where was I? Oh, I'm getting completely lost. Just ate half a box of them. Oh my lordy. There's so much entire line of crisps that essentially says don't do it. Huh? What have I missed? What? Oh, the chapel hat pegs. Oh my. Oh, I get you. I get you. I was very confused for a second there. Nirini, hello, you cheeky devil. Welcome on in. Evening, you handsome devil. Is it story time? Will be shortly. Just got out from the sauna. Was relaxing. I do love a good sauna. I do love a good sauna, I have to say. There is something genuinely joyous about it. Gluttony 107, long time no see. Kitty White dances exclusively to Def Leppard. Amazing. Amazing. I love that as a concept. How you doing, Gluttony? How's it going, you cheeky devil? Apparently they took themselves down and reinstated it already. Oh, yeah, no. Do you know what? As soon as these adverts are done, Tunakas, we will go through it. We will go through it because it was... ridiculous. Used to do those with my sister. We may even have had one that you're talking about. It was great. Do you know what? If I can find it somewhere, I will bring it on stream and we'll do a show and tell. We will do a show and tell, all right? Remember those? I hated the texture of the velvety lines when trying to color them. Yeah, because you would just hit the line with your felt tip. Or I use felt tips. We use felt tips because we were fucking tiny. Do you know what I mean? We were very, very young. So we'd hit the lines with a felt tip and it would just ruin the nib of the felt tip every time. Every time. The boy designing the football kits. Oh, no. 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 Do you know what? I had this conversation with the boy over the weekend because I showed him a picture of the pictures I put up on my Instagram. And I was like, you see that? There's me and you having a thing. And he was like, Val, why do I have got an emoji over my face? Because he's young. You know what I mean? He's the lower part of secondary school. So we had a big conversation around privacy. We had a big conversation because he was like, I don't mind you showing me off to everybody. And I was then because I was saying basically that first of all, I didn't have his permission, so I didn't just post it out on the internet. You know, we only post images of people that we have the permission of. We believe in consent, you know. And he was like, I don't care, you post me everywhere. And I was like, okay, there's the second part of the conversation around safety and security, and the fact that I have got an awful lot of people that view my content, and not everyone views my content for kindness and wholesome gains. Do you know what I mean? Not everybody does that. So we ended up having a full conversation about the fact that I will never show his face on my platform until he is 18 years of age. When he is 18, he can make that decision for himself. But until that point, I am not going to be showing his face on any of the platforms that I am on. And he understood. He did understand why. Because and basically I explained the example that I used was I actually pulled up my YouTube stats for him. And I was like, you see how every single one of my YouTube videos has got one dislike? At least one dislike. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, that's one person. And he was like, how do you know? And I'm like, because the moment that it goes live is the moment I get a dislike. So there is literally one person out there who watches every single one of my YouTube videos the moment that it goes live in order to dislike it. Every single one of them. So I was like, you see, so this person is obviously going out of their way to do something that for nasty reasons. Do you know what I mean? And as a result, I'm fine with it. I don't really give too much of a fuck, but I won't put anybody I care about in that position. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not going to put him in that position. I'm going to make sure that he is as far away from people that could be outwardly nasty to him as possible, you know? So yeah, that was the whole conversation I had with the boy. But as a result, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be bringing him on stream to design things. Do you know what I mean? When I say collab, I just meant, oh, you just meant design the kit and just show the kit, not the boy, because I understand the privacy. No, okay, yeah. So like design a kit together. If he asks me to, Stupedia, maybe we'll do it. Maybe I'll take like a photo of it once we're done or what have you. He does ask me to do a lot of things with him. He is an absolute gem like that. So yeah, potentially. If he ever asks me and says, hey Val, would you design a football kit with me? Then I would ask him if it's okay to share that on the internet. For sure. You know? Where was I? You use those as a sister. Oh, the felt ones. Yeah. Sauna is the best. I do enjoy the sauna. It's good. Do you know what I mean? What's up? Feel free to call me Lorenzo. No worries, Lorenzo. Welcome on in. How you doing? I appreciate you popping in and saying hi. Most people somehow fuck that name up. Lorenzo the Boss. That I would have assumed it was Lorenzo the Boss. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the way I would have read it. So, but I appreciate the clarity. Because I would imagine many people would be like, hey, it's Lorenzo the Boss. People. But yeah, Lorenzo, welcome on in, you beautiful being. People spending their time on hate obviously do not understand the value of time. It's, to be honest with you, Masasha, it's one of those scenarios, and I've been like this thing. Like, I can understand how younger content creators get really bent out of shape about it. Do you know what I mean? I could imagine that if I was like fucking 16, 17 and I had just started doing like YouTube videos or just started doing TikTok, I can imagine someone just going through and disliking every single one of my videos would get to me. Do you know what I mean? When I was that young, because I was sensitive back then. But nowadays, I don't give a flying fuck. And I'm just like, all right, you do your thing. Whatever engagement they're giving me is still engagement at the end of the day. If they want to spend their time, if they genuinely want to spend their time going through every single one of my videos the moment it gets released and giving it a dislike to kind of, I don't know, quell it in the fucking algorithms or whatever, I'm like, all right, you do you. I don't give a shit. I genuinely don't care. Fucking whatever. But yeah, like, that's, like you say, it's their issue, not mine. Their issue, not mine. Salty bean. Exactly, Jamja. 100%, you know? Doing well just existing today, and I'm okay with that. Gluttony, that's an amazing state of being to be in. All right? Just sometimes you just got to exist. Sometimes you just got to exist, and that's all right. That's cool. You know? That is cool. Some streamer even called you a lasagna. Wow. Okay. I mean, I can understand it sometimes. I will say. Did they at least apologize when they realized they got it wrong, Lorenzo? Because I can understand it. Like sometimes I read people's names so quickly, and I'm just like blah, 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 because obviously the chat goes relatively quickly. So sometimes I can understand the tumultuous nature of getting people's names wrong or what have you, but as long as they apologize, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, didn't mean to get your name wrong, you know, I'll be better in future. Do you know what I mean? Half the time I tell them it's wrong. Half the time I assume you probably can't be bothered. Half the time I assume you can't be bothered. Mendiza, how you doing, you cheeky devil? Spanish here, I feel your pain. Oh my lordy. You are Italian yourself? Oh my god. I'm sure they didn't mean it that way. I'm sure they didn't mean it that way. Tend not to talk much, but they usually shorten it to Mendy. As long as you're okay with that, that's what matters. That's what matters. There's a place in football team in my country called San Lorenzo. You wouldn't have a problem with that here. That's fair. That is fair. You're a diamond, Valentine. Shine bright and don't give a fuck about our haters. Like channel very much. To be fair, honestly, Nirani, I just don't care. Do you know how much effort it takes to give a fuck about people? Do you know how much effort it takes to care about people that hate you? Like a lot of people, it comes very naturally to them. I just don't give a shit. I just don't care. I'm like, alright, whatever. Sure. If they want to spend their time doing it, cool.
Little stalker.
Thank you so much for the follow, you beautiful being. I really appreciate that. Yeah, if they want to spend their time to like going out of their way to dislike everything I do, all right. Fucking hell, there's better things to do with your time. But sure, if that makes you happy, if that genuinely makes them happy to go out of their way to dislike everything I ever do, I don't. All right, sure. Do the thing. Your experience, not all people are. Do you know what, Nirani? It goes beyond that, I think. I think it's because of the fact that I have had much worse hate in my face, in the street, that anything that people do online just doesn't compare. It just doesn't compare. When you have gone through your... Like, when I went through my teenage years and I was, like, super gothic or what have you, people would come up to in the middle of the street and spit on me. I remember very clearly I was in a shopping center with a couple of friends of mine, and I was the only goth amongst us. This was when I was really, really gothic. I was the only goth amongst us, and this teenage girl, she can't have been any older than 16. I was about 14 at the time, and she came up to me, and she was pushing a pram with a baby in it, and she went, "Fucking goth," and spat on me, and I was like, well, that's gross. that's gross. And when you've had experiences like that, I'm not going to be bothered by people like throwing insults on the internet or going through everything I ever do and disliking me. I'm just like, all right, sure. I'm not bothered. If that makes them happy, sure. If they want to waste their life throwing misery out there, all right, cool. I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm not going to let it bother me, you know. Then there's names that people just can't pronounce. Astra, I struggle with yours. Astra Kias. Right? Is that right? Did I get it right? But yeah, no, 100%. There is plenty of names out there that I really struggle with. For sure. People who struggle with Jam Jar Brain. Yeah. No problem at all with Mendy. Love that. Love that. I can imagine with some people, they might slip up reading your name, especially reading too fast. Yeah. I mean, Jesus, you all see how I read too fast. Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? If I've beef with the same streamer before, love telling this damn story. What with a streamer? I remember one time this group of girls in a mall wanted to prove that I was a bad boy. So I went to the back of Spencer's. As if that's not badass. I don't know what is. Oh my lordy. You went to back of a Spencer's? My god. I'm sure there is like a thing there. As in, like, the only Spencer's we have here is like a Marks and Spencer's. And I don't know whether there's a reference there that I'm missing because I'm from the UK. Potentially. You know? I was a bad boy purely for just being a fucking hazard of a human being. Because I used to go out clubbing at 14. Do you know what I mean? That's what made me a bad boy. Just go out and get smashed and fall asleep in a bush or something like that. It tends to be the way my life worked. Where was I? Scrolled up too far. Damn it. Hold on. I think most old people are experienced enough most of the time. It's a different day and age, though, nowadays, friends. It's a different day and age. Like, kids in this day and age, especially, like, as somebody who has, like, obviously my partner's got a child and is growing up in school and stuff like that, but also my sister's got my nephews and stuff like that. There is a lot... The ramifications of cyberbullying are far more prevalent than in-your-face bullying. And that was shit that I never had when I was a kid, because they didn't have fucking WhatsApp groups. They didn't have social media. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was all relatively... That all came relatively late. It was like college when MySpace was a big thing. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it's a different day and age now. Cyberbullying is a much more problematic scenario in a child's life these days. And it's hard. It is hard raising a child. I'm not even like a main primary parent, but it is hard raising a kid in this day and age with all of these threats and stuff. My mouse has decided to die. Hold on. Where is all of my stuff? My mouse ran out of battery. But fortunately, I have, for some reason, been organized and know where stuff is. Rip mouse. It's down to 10%. And the annoying thing about this mouse is when it hits 10%, that's it. You can't use it again. Even though it's got 10% of charge left, it's like, nope, you can't use this. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to use this. Nope, definitely not. The haters dislike all of Valen's videos. I think you suck, Valen. Don't think about you all at all. Yeah, that's fine. I'll go with it. I'm just like, all right, cool. The thing that I think that really confuses people is the fact that I am a hedonist even for people that don't like me. Do you know what I mean? I believe in the joys of pleasure. I believe in the wonders of living your life to the fullest in whatever way you possibly can. And that includes people that don't like me. Because, sure, if they feel genuinely like they need to, like, put me down in order to make feel better about themselves, all right, they can do, but that's on them, not on me. I'm not going to let it get to me because they feel miserable about... They feel so miserable about their own life that they can't find anything better to do than put other people down. And I'm like, all right, if that's what you really want to do, if that's what's going to make the most out of your life, sure, whatever. Do your thing, do you know what I mean? What would possess a person to do that? I don't know. Not having a fulfilling enough life, Lux. It tends to be, I think, like, in my experience, the people that go out of their way to do shit like that are exactly the same people that have, like, bullying mentality. When your life is so shit that you feel the need to put somebody else's life down in order to justify your own misery, as it were. Because then you can turn around. It's that whole thing of, like, I'm having a really shit time, but at least I'm not that person that I'm bullying because they're having a shitter time than me because I'm making their life even shitter. You know? Which never works. It never works. It never ends up that way. They might be having a shit time, but overall, they'll have a better time in the long run. When they're older and they've got friends, because they'll know what it feels like to be bullied. They'll know what it feels like to have been through that experience, and therefore they'll have more empathy for their friends. You know? And that empathy will go much further as an adult than it ever will, do you know, like anywhere else, you know? You make the mod's life misery? I do. But I do it out of love. Love for me mainly, but love. David Ruski, how you doing, Cheeky Devil? Welcome on him. For you, it's true that as an adult, I can't be bothered with the hate online even less because I've had it worse growing up. Yeah. Like I say, it's a different ball game now, you know. Backer Spencer's has sex toys. Oh. I get you. Oh no, 100%. Like I said, like these two boxes down here are literally from a sex toy shop that I used to like sneak into when I was like 14, 15. Is it GS Grin? Welcome on in. How's it going? What's this channel about? Oh, shenanigans, debauchery, sex education. We're going to be talking about the whole TikTok ban in a moment, but yeah. Shenanigans, debauchery. We like indie games on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. At the moment, I'm doing some retro stuff on Tuesdays, but we like indie games on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, usually of a spooky / horror scenario. But other than that, yeah, we talk about filth, wizardry. Don't feel like adult toys with shock value. Chances are I've got most of them or have been through most of them, you know. But the back of Spencer's is like a sex toy place. Okay, all right. Is Spencer's like a lingerie place? Is it like an Ann Summers where it's like lingerie? At the back of lingerie is like the sex toys. Is that what it is? You know? My favorite horror game is Paying Student Loans. Oh my God. Don't remember any of it. You don't remember? For you, the day Bison graced your village is the most important day of your life. But for me, it was a Tuesday. Every single attempt to bully since I left school are Tuesdays to me. Yeah. Oh God, yeah. 100%. But for me, it was a Tuesday. No, I get that. A gag gift shop that sells adult toys in the back. Oh, it's less like a lingerie shop, more like a joke shop. Ah, okay. Speaking of adult toys, did you see that the Sibian got rebranded as a gaming chair? They rebranded a Sibian as a gaming chair. Oh my God. For those people that don't know, a Sibian is the most powerful vibrator currently on the market. It's a semicircle, a padded semicircle that you sit on that just vibrates to such an intense level, you know? And look where that party at 14 got you. Fucking hazards, friends, hazards. Do you want me to tell you a story about when I was partying at 14? Friends, do you want me to tell you a story? I was a fucking hazard of a human being. Many people's parents' alcohol cupboards got depleted because I was a pisshead. And we would all go in and we'd party and we'd get fucking smashed out of our faces and it would be absolutely bloody ridiculous. Biohazard, I was indeed a biohazard, it's true. Amy Samiso, hello you cheeky devil. Can I get a shout out for Amy Samiso while I'm throwing out here some tales of my childhood? There was this specific one who I would like. This kid was like one of my best friends and his parents didn't like me. Well, they did like me, but they were aware of me being a hazard. People go check out Amy. Amy is a phenomenal human being, one of our members of the Octopus and Dragon stream team, and plays an awful lot of Zelda and bits and pieces, but they are fucking excellent as a human being. One of the people that I frequently go and check out in the morning. Wake up, have my cup of tea, have Amy on in the background while I'm checking all my emails and bits and pieces. Fucking love it to pieces. Go check them out. Yeah, so there was this point where I went around to... We were having a party at their house. And their parents very kindly provided all these kind of finger foods and bits and pieces. They were aware that alcohol was going to be there. And they were like, if you're going to bring alcohol, that's fine. Just don't drink what's in these cupboards. Naturally, what was in those cupboards got drank. Because I was a fucking... selfish child. But I remember very clearly. I remember so unbelievably clearly. I was pissed and I was stood at the top of their stairs and they had a big house. All right. Well, they dealt with laxatives. They should have been. That would have kept me away from them. All right. They had a big fuck off house. And it was bigger than anybody else's houses that me and my friends knew, because yeah, it was a very, very nice house. But there was this big set of stairs in the hallway, and I remember being stood at the top of the stairs, and somebody was vomiting in the toilet, and I was like making sure they were all right. I was like, "You're all right. You're okay. You're fine. You're all right. Just a bit of vomit out. You'll be fine. You'll be okay. All right." And I looked over, and I saw at the top of the stairs, it was like a top of the stairs, and like it bent round. So it was like the stairs up from like the ground floor, and then there was like this little landing area where I was and the toilet was and what have you, and then another set of stairs up to where like the main bedroom and stuff are and what have you. And on that tiny little set of stairs that was like 4 or 5 steps or what have you, there was my best friend, we'll call him Frank, and some girl. I can't remember who she was, but some girl, and they were sat chatting to each other and what have you. And at the time, my best friend didn't drink. He was against alcohol. He didn't drink at all. And I looked over and I was like, "Are you all right? You okay? You all right?" Looked over, saw them there and what have you. And my friend looked at me, clocked me in the eye, and was just like, "Oh, fuck." And at the point where he went, "Oh, fuck," I looked at the stairs and went, "I'm pissed. I can Superman down those stairs and it won't hurt." So I launched myself. No impulse control at all. Launched myself at this set of stairs. Full running, full pelt, and jumped. Absolutely no issue at all. Fucking leapt. Straight off. Stairs, don't give a fuck. Let's go. And my friend, my completely sober friend, fucking saw me and just went, "Oh, fuck." I legged it full pelt, and in the time it took me to get full pelt, throw out over these fucking stairs, he had grabbed the banister, swung round the banister, and grabbed my ankle. And I literally went whoop, and fucking broke a rib on the stairs. Because I was going for it. I was 200%. I was like, I cannot feel anything because I'm smashed. But he grabbed my ankle, grabbed the thingy, like strained himself, hit the fucking stairs, and then pulled me up by my ankle with one arm. He was a very strong man. Pulled me up. I say very strong man. He was my age, so he was like 14, 15. He pulled me up from my arm and was like, "The fuck is wrong with you, Valen? The fuck is wrong with you?" And then spent the rest of the evening sat on me, which probably didn't do my rib any good, but sat on me, just slapping me in the face. "You all right? Fuck's sake. The fuck is wrong with you?" Like, absolutely battered. Absolutely fucking battered. That was one of the many parties. That was only one of the many parties that we went to, and caused all kinds of fucking issues. All right. But yeah, that was one of the many tales of my life. Fucking hell. Hazard of a human being. When I say I'm a hazard, that is the shit that I'm talking about. All right, that is the shit I'm talking about. Just like, yeah, fuck it, let's go. Impulse control that I have learned through many very bad decisions. Do you know what I mean? Look, we're all partying at 14. Yeah, I was very much partying at 14. Stupedia coming in with the 7 streams in a row you've been streaking through here. Good lord. If what happened to me now I would retaliate. If I had enough, I would extend my arms in their direction and start reciting Latin, probably philosophy or poetry. But I can't just take it for my mental health. That makes sense. That's fine. You got to look after yourself first, friends. You got to look after yourself first, because you can't look after anybody else. You can't look after anybody else unless you have looked after yourself first. Like, you just can't do it. You end up burning out and not being of any help to anybody. How's it going, TSB? How you doing, you cheeky devil? Just wanted to say the calm before my storm. That entirely fair. Spencer's was an American alt-goth shop that sold movies, rock music, geek memorabilia. In the UK for a few years. Loved it personally. I evidently missed that. Maybe it just didn't come to my hometown, you know? Maybe it just didn't come to my hometown. You meant gaming chat? No, I got you, Tunackers. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Real beef started around Thanksgiving. I do love Thanksgiving. Oh, I love Independence Day even more. Because I love how many Americans are like, yeah, Independence Day, fuck you, British people. And we're like, okay. Sure. Okay. You do you. Let's go. No joke, pronunciation was such a bitch. I would 100% name my future daughter Cersei. Can't remember the pronunciation of that one. Sage. Cannot remember that, but it's all good. Recognize the Bison was the villain, but optioned on the... I can't remember the reference. Jam Jar Brain. That one's went over my head. My brain's gooey today. Probably after falling drastically earlier. You know. I'm old. I haven't been to the mall in years. I've been to a variety of different shopping centers, but mainly for actual shopping. I have never... Like, I don't think I have been to a mall to hang out since I was like fucking 15. Just it, like, by the time I was 15, we were going out clubbing, so everyone just waited to go out clubbing, you know. Oh no, there was a period that I hung out in a park. There was like a local park that everyone would go to, and there was always a battle between like the chavs and the moshers, or townies and moshers as we used to call them, you know. How's it going, Amy? How you doing, cheeky devil? Just a funny story that you tell every once in a while. You avoid Discord because of toxic behavior. You won't get toxic behavior in our Discord, but you're entirely fair to avoid Discord if that's what you're about. But yeah, mouse ran out of battery. Clearly been swapping its batteries into vibrators too much. This one's a self-charging one. Thank you very much, Shade Secrets. Gosh darn it. All right. Got a Bluetooth speaker that's in a similar approach to your mouse. Gets about 30% below, and it just makes a loud beeping noise every 15 seconds. Yeah. Do you know what? Astra, my earphones are the same. My little headset earphones. Because I don't wear like big earphones these days, but I wear like little in-ear ones. And it's just like, low battery, 30% low battery. And it just tells me every 2 seconds. And I'm like, I don't care. Just run out. Run out to the point where there is no warning anymore. And I'm fine. Do you know what I mean? Just stop interrupting my music when I'm trying to listen. God damn it. Okay. Pinhead was the ultimate hedonist. Pinhead was the ultimate hedonist in the worst possible way, for sure. For sure. Hate to say it, you and my sister would get along great. Sounds great. Let's have a wonderful time. We'll go have a drink and a boogie woogie together. All about that, you know what I mean? All about that. You bully the mods? I do bully the mods. I bully you into loving yourself. With my shackles of friendship, Biohazard. Chains rattling again. Well, he escaped for a couple of days. Rude. God damn it. You know? Who knows what adventure he went on? Like a cat that just goes off wandering for a couple of days. You know? Can't remember a video or an article that explains the reasons that Cenobites torture people. Oh, yeah. No, there was definitely a video on it that I saw many moons ago about the Cenobites torturing people to bring them to the pinnacle experience. Because the whole thing with the Cenobites, to my knowledge, is that they have been tortured for so long that any day of not torture felt like absolute ecstasy to them, and they want to bring that level of pleasure to everybody else. They've gone through the levels of torture to the point where anything torturous becomes pleasurable. So they're like, any day they get tortured, it's like any day they get slightly less torture is absolute ecstasy to them because of the level of torture they normally go through. Yeah, for sure. And then they want everyone to experience that. How's it going, Distron? How you doing, Cheeky Devil? People in this are essentially immortal in the realm because they're all human beings as well, which is mind-boggling to me. You know. How to explain Spencer's? Like whimsical novelty stuff, stoner stuff, and then sex toys at the back. Yeah, we had similar sort of. Apparently, it was in the UK, but I don't remember it being in my hometown at least. You had like whimsical bits. Yeah. And I can kind of imagine the kind of shop that it will have been, you know. Spencer's is like if Hot Topic and the sex shop merged. Okay, all right. I got ya. Actually, it's like an off-brand Hot Topic with sex toys and kinky shit in the back. Well, when we say kinky shit, we mean like the cheaply made kinky shit, I would imagine. It'll be like are you off on a kinky weekend with the girlfriends? Oh, wear this PVC bra. Yeah, I can imagine that. Gag gift shop. Yeah. Sell shirts and posters and the like. And I would imagine like a good 60 to 70% of the posters are all to do with marijuana. One of those ones, you know what I mean? The Sibian is indeed a huge, loud sex toy, for sure. There's a video of one of the most recent gaming shows. The Get in the Game Sibian chair. Well, they used to do interviews, didn't they? There was a radio show back in the day, which I think was cancelled for good reason. But they used to do interviews where they would sit people on the Sibian. They would sit people with vulvas on the Sibian and ask them questions while the Sibian was just slowly but surely cranking up to higher and higher levels. And it was like, oh, okay. See how this is, you know? Here's to make this joke, but what's the similarity between an A10 warthog and a sex toy? The burr is stronger on one of them. Oh my god. You're still a hazard of a human being, just in different ways. Oh yeah, for sure. When I go out and get pissed, I'm still a hazard of a human being. I don't do it as often these days because it just doesn't... I don't know. I'm too busy to do it more than anything else. But I did before Christmas. I went out for my friend's birthday, one of my oldest friend's birthdays, and we all went to Liverpool, and I was a fucking hazard. I was an absolute hazard. To the point where I fell down an entire set of stairs onto a friend of mine. And then apparently, I don't remember doing this, but apparently just sat there and stroked his face for a little while. Just been like, you're right. You're okay. You saved my life. There you go. Appreciate you doing this. Isn't it a gift for me to fall on you like this? You know? Just fucking hazardous. What was the thing for a clip? Which clip? Dan's just shaking our chains again. Exactly. My mods are all chained up in my... I mean, they are just chilling out in the attic space. Just hanging out a bit, you know? Just he's having a good time, you know? All shits and giggles. Stay away from the good stuff. Yeah, they definitely did. They kept the good stuff elsewhere. Gluttony of 7. They kept the good stuff elsewhere. They gave us the stay away from the good stuff to see how trustworthy we were, and I was not trustworthy. The person whose house it was, my friend who hosted the party, very trustworthy individual. Me, as a human being, was not trustworthy. At that age. Nowadays, completely trustworthy. But at that age, I wasn't. I was a fucking hazard. You know? KY Jelly, I'm drinking that. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I was well into, because that was the day and age, Jam Jar, that I was well into making shit mixes. I would just mix all of the alcohol together and drink it. Usually quite quickly, you know? First time I went partying with your sister of all things. Yeah. Sister was evidently a fun person, you know? 2 cats in the yard. Huh? What? They just thought it better to just vomit than get it out than a silly bellyache. Oh, yeah. I was very much... I still am an advocate of if you feel nauseous, go be sick. How's it going, J2? How you doing? If you feel nauseous, go be sick. That was always been my thing, you know? I know that some people can't do that, and I really feel for them, you know? How old were you at this point? Did you age at all? Did you age at all at Impact? What, when I was doing the Superman? Oh, no. I mean, I was fucking hell, 15, maybe? Yeah, because I started clubbing at 14. We did do parties from about 13, 14, but they weren't as hazardous as that. So yeah, probably about 15. Probably about 15. Better than what else might happen. Oh yeah, there's a very, very good chance that I could have died from that. From that Sari, I'm so glad that you just survived. Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. There is a very good chance because at the bottom of the stairs was one of those tables, you know back in the day when people had house phones and there was a phone in the hallway where you would put like a little table and put the phone on the table. That was like right at the bottom of the stairs. So there would be a very good chance that I would have broken several bones if I'd have landed. Do you know what I mean? If I'd have made it down the stairs, I would have broken several bones because I would have collided with that table. And that would have cost even more money. So yeah, I was a fucking mess. You know? I would have encouraged you. Oh, I know you would, Biohazard. You wanted to see me collide with the fucking the stairs, the table at the bottom of the stairs, all of the under. Do you know what I mean? You were just a run. I was a little fuck, is what I was. I was a proper little fuck. When I look back, I'm like, that's hilarious. But I'm also like, fucking hell, what a horrible position to have put my friends and my family through. And my friends' families as well. Do you know what I mean? Because it was just fucking horrible. Not even like nasty, just impulsive. Just like super impulsive. And just went where just like, fucking let's go. Whatever it is, let's fucking do it. Let's go. Although weirdly, never got into drugs. Drugs were just not my thing. Like I would go and get pissed on alcohol all the fucking time. But I didn't like try marijuana until I was 22, 23. And even then, it didn't affect me. Like, I would sit there and have exactly the same amount of weed as everybody else. And I would just be like, I'd be perfectly fine. And everyone else would be like, whoa, man. Fucking hell, we need to calm down. And I'd be like, oh, all right. Okay. Keep going. So I stopped doing weed because I just got bored. Do you know what I mean? It just didn't affect me the way it affected everybody else. So I packed in weed when I was... So I started smoking weed when I was like 22, 23 and stopped smoking it when I was like 24. If that, I think it was probably even when I was 23 because I got bored of it more than anything else. So yeah, I don't judge people for doing drugs, but it's never been my cup of tea. And I wouldn't encourage anyone to do it, you know what I mean? If you do it, that's up to you. Nothing to do with me. And for the purposes of terms of service, only ever do legal drugs, friends. Only do legal ones. Ones that are legal in your country. Was never into parties. My first and big last house party I went to had too many drunk and high people about. That's fair. I was probably one of them, Mayor. I was probably one of them. You know? And I enjoy. I'm not going to deny the fact that I do enjoy being drunk. It's just not a priority in my life anymore. Do you know what I mean? It was a priority. I will say one of the genuine benefits of being that much of a hazard when I was like 14, 15, 16 is by the time I got to 18, I'd done all that. So I'd get, like, I went away to university and there was all these 18-year-olds who was like their first time drinking. And they were like, oh my God, we're going to go out and get smashed. That's going to be fucking amazing. And I was like, all right. Like I used to despair at students. I couldn't stand students because of classic student behavior when I was the same age as them. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh, fucking hell, look at them. They're vomiting down the stairs again. Oh, God, here we are. Jesus Christ. Right, okay, fair enough. Sure, do your thing. Sure, whatever. But I'd kind of already matured by that point because I'd done all my partying. You know, I'd already done all of that. I'd already had all of that when I was 14, 15, 16. So it was like, all right, sure, do your thing. Whatever. Where's the Superman theme blip when you need it? Can I ask you a question about 18 plus games? You can indeed, Dishon, by all means. By all means. How's it going, TSB? He's prone to responding. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Your sister called you. I hope she's having a wonderful time, Lorenzo. Stays on TikTok. You do you, America. Oh, God, that whole thing. Yeah. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. I'm just going to catch up with chat a little bit. She's getting off work early so she can go see Mufasa. Don't like Disney. As long as you're having a good time with it, like, it's good to treat your siblings, even if you're not thoroughly enjoying it. Seeing the joy on their face will be worth it, you know? Seen a few porn platformers, and it seems like on all the ones that I've seen that the monsters will sexually assault the main female character. Is this pretty standard for action-oriented games? It's pretty standard for sex games. Like, I have played, what was it, fucking 100 and something not safe for work games now, and the amount of sexual assault in them is unfucking real. There's an awful lot of it. Upsetting amounts of it. is what there is. Upsetting amounts of it, to the point where I put a post on Reddit the other day where I was asking for game suggestions of not safe for work games that do not include sexual assault. And people were like, the vast majority of people were really, really nice. They were like, yep, 100%. Here's some that don't include it. These are some ones. I'll check out this studio, what have you. And it was like, yeah, no worries. But there was one person, there was one individual who took great issue with the concept of not safe for work games not including sexual assault. They thought I was pushing an ideal, trying to convert people to my narrative, and I was like, no. Why don't you just wave that red flag a little bit? Fucking like that is like big red flag behavior. Big red flag behavior. Just, it was not okay. I was not comfortable at all, and I wasn't the only one either. And it was just like, fucking, if that's what you're into, sure, do the thing as long as it's all between consenting adults. If that's your fetish, you know what I mean, like consensual, non-consensual, it's not my cup of tea. It makes me feel very awkward and very uncomfortable. But if that's what you're into, as long as it's all between consenting adults, or on a game that is like when nobody's getting hurt, no one's actually getting, like, if that's what I've, like, it makes me feel deeply uncomfortable. But you do you like, whatever, fucking hell. And they were like, no, you don't understand, you're trying to push an agenda. And I'm like, I'm just trying to ask for games that don't include this because it makes me feel deeply uncomfortable. And at best, it makes me feel deeply uncomfortable. At worst, it makes me feel ridiculously angry. Do you know what I mean? It makes me feel so fucking furious. So I'd just like to avoid anything to do with that. That would be great. That would be wonderful. And like I said, 99% of people, really nice people. They were just like, yeah, here's some games that I can suggest, some LGBTQIA inclusive games, some games that were just really all about consent and stuff like that, because you're right, consent is sexy. But this one person took great issue with it. Great issue. And I did point out, I was like, the only person trying to push an agenda here is you. And they were like, I'm not alone. It's just other people don't want to be cancelled. And I'm like, you are very alone. No, like, you are very alone. Nobody else here is trying to spout the propaganda bullshit that you are trying to spout just because you're really into it. You know? Not cool. Not cool. Just wave that red flag. All I'm saying is I wouldn't trust you with any of my friends ever. Do you know what I mean? It was very weird. Very fucking weird. But yeah, in answer to your question, the vast majority of not safe for work games include it in some way, shape, or form. I am creating a trigger warning inventory. What did I call it? Open it in new tab. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I'm creating a directory of not safe for work games that highlight all of the trigger warnings so that people can find games that they can play that are not going to trigger the fuck out of them. Do you know what I mean? That's what I want to do. That is what I've been doing for a very long time now. It's not ready yet, and I'm not in a position where I feel comfortable throwing it out onto the internet, but I am doing it because I know that I won't be the only person that enjoys playing not safe for work games, but it is a fucking minefield. It is an absolute fucking minefield for trigger warnings that don't get highlighted. You know, they don't get a lot of the games don't have trigger warnings. And do you know what? I've been having conversations with developers of these games about the concept of trigger warnings, and some of them are like, yep, there's no reason to not have them, there's like every reason to have them, or what have you. Some of them are like, we don't include them because it limits your market, which I feel is a very, very poor excuse to not have trigger warnings. And then there's other people that are like, well, psychologists have said there's no benefit to trigger warnings. And I was like, there is a benefit to trigger warnings because you are highlighting to people what they potentially are going to, especially with something like that, you are highlighting to people what they are potentially going to be horrifically triggered by. So yeah, there is definitely a massive benefit to trigger warnings, you know? Lovely start to the week. Hope new week is agreeable with you as well. The start to my week has been absolutely fucking awful, TSB, if I'm honest with you. Today, Monday, Blue Monday, has been shit. It's been a pretty shit time, but regardless of it being shit, we are making the most of it. We are making the most of it, you know? Because we do be like that. You fell again, no pleases this time. No pleases this time, Pseudoopolis. No pleases this time. Mentioned platformers, but it seems to be most action-based game. It's the vast majority of any game that includes not safe for work content is very, very likely to have some kind of infringement of consent, and it distresses me greatly. Ones that I can recommend if you enjoy puzzle games, Orginizer. We played it on stream. That was all about consent and different kinks and bits and pieces. It was a fun little puzzle game. Max Gentleman's Sexy Business is like a business tycoon game, but that's all consensual and very LGBTQIA inclusive. I haven't played much of it yet. I've briefly started it, but there is a game called what's it called? Is this it? Cloud Meadow. That seems to be very LGBTQIA inclusive and all about consent. From what I've played of it, it seems very fun. Seems like a good time. Like, those are the ones that spring off the top of my head immediately as ones that are worth having a good time with. Just having a quick browse now. Yeah, Max Gentleman's Sexy Business. That one got discontinued and is no longer available, so I'm not going to recommend that. There is a platformer that it definitely involves monsters, but it's called Zetria. That is all consensual because you consent to do the testing with the monsters that are all consenting themselves, or as consenting as monsters can be. But that's not one way it's like, oh, you die, oh, things happen to you. It's like, no, it's all consensual, or as consensual as it can be, like that. Yeah. There you go. Sage, yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, Sage. I appreciate that. You missed the malls. Last time I went to a mall was in December. It's where we parked. I go every so often with McSteffels because we like going to... There's a mall near where... a big shopping center near where McSteffels lives. And we go for... Fuck, what's it called? Japanese place. They have Japanese food. And it's like a big chain. I can't remember what it's called for the life of me now. Doing alright, drinking some gingerbread latte at the moment and avoiding the events of today over here in the USA. I'm not surprised. Avoid them away. Wagamamas, thank you very much. Yep, that's the one. Wagamama. Appreciate that, Dean. Yep, that's the exact one. We do like a good Wagamama. Myself and McSteffels. And the boy. The boy also comes and joins us, and he eats more food than both of us put together. I think the last time I hung out with Maul when I was 17, could go goes to the pubs as the appeal of the mall was drastically decreased. Yeah, for sure. For sure, you know. Shackle emote when? We could do a shackle emote. That's something we could definitely do. For sure. Yeah, you mean bangles of friendship. It would have to be like Valen v friendship. That would have to be it. That would have to be the or friends or something, you know. Just registered you fell. Make sure that if it's bad in a couple of days, you go get checked out. I'm lucky that I'm bloody bendy. EDS can have its packs. I'm all right. I'm okay. It was a bad fall. I'm not going to try and deny the fact that it was a bad fall, but I am definitely going to. But I'm all right. I bounce. Many years of pole dancing and shit like that. You just get used to falling and stuff. So I'm okay. I'm all right. But thank you very much for the concern. Yeah, I had a really bad fall earlier. There was just too much stuff around and I tripped over the stuff that was there. Stuff that I need to take to the tip. You know? Sure, there was a Spencer in the bottle of Prinny Key back in the day. If there was, I don't remember it. If there was, I don't remember it, you know? Have to go. You take it easy, Mendes, you beautiful being. Thanks very much for stopping by. Used to be cheap, I think. Now Spencer is actually quite quality stuff. That doesn't surprise me. With success comes wanting to succeed. A lot of people start a thing where they're just like, oh, fuck it, we'll see how it goes, whatever. And then if it works, great, and they want to upgrade. If it doesn't, then they're like, ah, fuck it, whatever. It wasn't too much of a problem anyway, do you know what I mean? The Spencer toys are actually quite decent. I've gotten a few, and it's lasted a while. Restraints, on the other hand, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all. Wizard with a kniff. How you doing? How's it going, you cheeky devil? How lucky all to be here and not on Twitter right now. Oh, fucking hell. I tend to speak like Twitter. I avoid these days. I've been avoiding it since they changed the regulations so that people that are blocked can see your entire feed, and that everything that is posted on Twitter ever feeds into their AI. Because as much as I think that AI, as we understand it today, is a tool, and as much as there are major disadvantages with it, including eco disadvantages, at the end of the day, it's still a tool, and a tool is what you use with it. And the problem is that I don't trust Twitter to use that tool very nicely. Do you know what I mean? So I haven't been on Twitter for a long time. I'd post on there every so often, but I'm not like on there, you know. I'm not like on there. I'm one of those can't make myself hurl. The missus can do 3 times a night without any issues. Oh god. I'm the same though. Okay, whatever. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well, friend. Hope you're doing well, you cheeky little devil. I popped into your stream the other week. I popped in. I was like, fucking hell, I haven't seen you in fucking ages. And I popped in. And you were you styling a wig? I think you were styling a wig. Yeah, I seem to remember you styling a wig. How you doing, you beautiful bean? Mini Micro, hello, how's it going? Oh, I'm so far behind in chat, friends. I'm catching up. Much prefer weed to alcohol. That's fair. I know a lot of people that are exactly the same, Maya. It's not my cup of tea personally, but it doesn't affect me the way it affects other people. How's it going, Music Man? Hello, you cheeky devil. Had a similar college experience to you. Expect to just never started drinking. That's fair. That is entirely fair. But my oldest friend, one of my oldest and closest friends, didn't drink till he was 20, 21 maybe. And he was just as much of a fucking wreckhead as the rest of us. He never took any drugs, never did any drinking, but he would just go with the flow with whatever bullshit we were indulging in, you know? The homeless hostel I lived in was opposite uni students' housing. Nothing will ever make you hate students more than living next door to all of them. Yep. Yeah, that would definitely do it. That would definitely do it. A few good ones that I don't have it all dressed in proper form. Oh, how's it going, Alec Wallace? How you doing? Consent is sexy. Consent is very sexy. Consent is not only sexy, it's fucking essential. Fucking essential. Trying to say it's bad to have not safe for work games that don't have SAs pushing the agenda is super nasty. Oh, this one, it was awful. It was toxic as shit. But I will say, of the community, that person got a lot of downvotes. So the community of that I was on Reddit also saw their toxicity and was like, no, fucking no, this isn't okay. This isn't okay. I was at the point where I was about to contact the mods about it, because I was just like, this seems like a very targeted attack more than anything else. But they left it, so I was like, cool, I will just leave this be, but keep an eye on it, you know. Exactly, Milky Box, exactly. Do you think that the essay in porn games is just from the lack of imagination? Like, this is a sexy game, and they are attacking you? Yeah. I mean, let's not deny the fact that consensual, non-consensual is a kink that exists. let's not deny the fact that monster kinks are a thing that exist. People love the whole like people shagging monsters dynamic. That's a big thing. And I also think that there is an element where Norwich Jamja, I think there's an element where it's sort of like a go-to thing. Oh, you die. Well, obviously what's going to happen then is this. And yeah, like the lack of imagination side of things. But it doesn't have to happen, and that's what I quite like about like Zetria, you know? Or if it does happen, it happens in a fun kind of way. And what I mean by that is there's a game called Flip Witch where you are a gender-bending witch, where you can be male or masculine or feminine is probably the best way I can put that. And that's like when you die, you have like a fun experience with it's like a consensual kind of thing. It's like, oh no, I'm dead. Oh well, we're gonna have to have sex then. Oh no. And like it's a lot more tongue-in-cheek. It's a lot more sort of fun than anything else. It's one of the games that I play that I really enjoy because it doesn't make me feel uncomfortable like that. It doesn't. That is just a dynamic that doesn't really exist in it. So yeah. Yeah. Are you familiar with Does the Dog Die? I do, but Does the Dog Die is... I don't like Does the Dog Die. I like the idea of Does the Dog Die. I genuinely like the idea of it. In regards of, here is a website that anyone can fill in and anyone can update all of the bits and pieces. The issues that I have with Does the Dog Die is mainly that they're too specific with their targeted bits, as it were. The name of the game is Flip Witch. Friends, the adverts are about to start. I know that some people have already had some, but the adverts are about to start. I am going to get up, have a stretch, go grab some a delightful beverage, go visit the urination station. I encourage you to do the same. Get up, have a stretch, stretch your eyes, look at something in the distance, then look back again, grab some kind of beverage, hot, cold.
Subscribed. Most kind.
Or if the time is permitting, flamboyant as fuck. Don't forget to take your meds if you haven't done it already. Take them now, you cheeky little devils. And if you are wearing a binder, have a couple of deep breaths, stretch those lungs out, stretch those rib cages out, and never wear a binder longer than is medically recommended, which is what we understand to be approximately 6 hours. Max wattage, you cheeky devil. Coming in for the tier 2. For how many months is that now? 61 months, you cheeky individual, you. Thank you so much for the continued support for 61 months. Good Lord. By having your name on the mirror at Veiny means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. You can also get access to all the sexy little emotes, including the tier 2 emotes with Pokemon with my face on them. And of course, you get access to all this... those are the things. But the most important thing is you got to roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow, you know? Right, friends, I'll be back momentarily, you cheeky devils. Don't go near. I'll see you in a minute. See you in a... Oh. Time is down a wee bit. Just had a banana. Un banana. On account of the fact that I was very fucking hungry and I have no food in. I need to go do a food shop tomorrow. But I will. I'll do that. I'll do that. Thank you very much for watching through the adverts, friends. I really, really appreciate it. Far more about being a developer's fantasy. Yeah, there's definitely an element of developer's fantasies in there as well, for sure, for sure. Just a moment, coming in with the 3 streams in a row you've been streaking through here, cheeky little devil. Yes, friends, I realize that lots of people have been talking about bits and pieces, and we can... Griftrix, how you doing? I'm more than happy to return to the conversation about not safe for work gaming, for sure. For sure. However... Before we go any further, I did want to talk about the joys of the TikTok ban. It shouldn't take us very long. And then we can return to conversations about not safe for work games for sure. Because the TikTok ban was fucking ludicrous. Excuse me. As Gwen Starham would say, this shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Yeah, that's the one. There is so many inverted commas there, TSB. Yeah, the TikTok ban. So for those people that are not on TikTok or don't know anything about what's going on with TikTok, I've been a TikToker for a while. !socials. They'll be there. If you are not already following me on TikTok, come follow me on TikTok. I'm posting there more often now, or I'm intending to be posting there YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, all of them, all of the above. Do you know what I mean? How's it going, Gothy Emo? How you doing, you cheeky devil? But yeah, like my whole thing was like, cool, 2025, I'm gonna get back into doing short form content. That was one of my keen things. I was going back into doing short form content, and then of course they were doing the TikTok ban. So for those people that don't know, you're amazeballs. I'm very glad to hear that. You're one of the few people that's amazeballs where now in today, because today's been a hard day for an awful lot of us, and including myself, but it doesn't matter. We're making the most of it. We're making the most of it. Anyway, so what effectively happened was a few years ago, President Trump, as they are now, was snubbed by a load of youths. So the whole idea of banning TikTok came from Donald Trump a few years back, where a whole load of teenagers decided to hype up the idea that one of Donald Trump rallies was going to be the biggest thing that had ever fucking been. They were like, it's going to be the biggest thing. Everyone's going to be there. We're so excited. They were trolling the fuck out of Donald Trump, you know? And Donald Trump naturally bought it hook, line, and sinker, because Donald Trump is like that. He was like, I can't believe that. He was like, yes, this is going to be amazing. Even look, all of the youth are here today. They're going to love it. And naturally, that didn't fucking happen. And it was a very poorly attended rally that he did. And he got butthurt about it. He got absolutely fucking butthurt about it. And called for the ban of TikTok. Because he was so upset that these teenagers had hyperinflated the potential attendance of this rally, that he got complete butthurt about it and called for the ban of the entire platform. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, please, throughout the entirety of what we're about to talk about, that the original ban was called for by Donald Trump. Okay? The tangerine tantrum heard around the world. Yeah, I mean, naturally, always the case. We're going to try and avoid politics as a whole. I will be making a statement, a political statement at the end that will hopefully clear up a few things, but I don't want to get into the politics side of things. How's it going, Nibirian? Hello, you cheeky devil. I wasn't fearing. You're good. You're all right. But it's good to see you, friend. So that was the case. That was the scenario. That was the scenario that kicked it all off. Was Donald Trump getting butthurt over some teenagers acting goofy. Exactly. How dare the teenagers act goofy? The scandal. How dare they? Then some old white men that had some power in Congress said, TikTok isn't from America. I'm pretty sure it comes from that China part of the world. They must be a national security. They must be a risk to a threat to national security, because they're not American, and therefore they must be bad. Of course they did. So they filed to ban TikTok. There was a trial. For those people that missed it, allow me to give you the TLDR of the trial. The trial was old white men who don't know anything about technology going, Mr. CEO of TikTok, is it true that TikTok accesses American Wi-Fi? And they were like, yeah, that's true. That happened. And they're like, so you admit that you're hacking into our brains. One of the statements, as I found out today, one of the questions that was asked was, do people listen to TikTok using earphones? And can those earphones affect American people's brainwaves? That was one of the questions that they asked him. It was the biggest farce. It was so fucking stupid. No, in fact, you know what? It was the second biggest farce. How's it going, Denzi? Hello, you cheeky devil. What do you mean you need to have internet to be online? Exactly. It was basically, how's it going, TTV Princess? Hello, you cheeky devil. It was old white men who know nothing about technology asking technological questions to the CEO of a social media platform. It was fucking stupid. The trial was absolutely ridiculous. It must have been hilarious if it weren't so depressingly indicative of the country's entire governance system. Oh, it was so clear to see that these people had no fucking idea what they were talking about. And you would think from a basic quality assessment point of view, I don't know enough about this. I will get in experts. Do you know what I mean? Also, can I get a shout out for Denzi, please? Hello, Denzi, you beautiful bean. It's good to see you. It was fucking stupid. It was like if I as an individual, me, Valen Vane, as an individual, was like, do you know what? I am going. Thank you very much. People go check out this beautiful individual. They're glorious and spectacular. They do cosplay. They do lots of Zelda bits and pieces. They've also been playing some Horizon Zero Dawn recently. They're fucking amazing. Go check them out. You would think, like, if I was taking somebody to court, if I was taking fucking hell, Valen, think of a YouTuber. Say I was taking a cryptocurrency YouTuber to court, okay? Let's call them Crypto Bitch 565, okay? Why not? Fuck it. Let's call them that. Crypto Bitch 565. Like, I'm taking them to court over cryptocurrency for some reason. Do you know what I mean? I don't know fucking anything about cryptocurrency. So I, as an individual, would be like, hey, I'm going to get a crypto expert in here. I'm going to get somebody who knows something about cryptocurrency in order to come in here and be able to either A, translate the techno babble that they're going to give to me, or B, be able to like translate my questions to make them make sense. Do you know what I mean? I would have an expert there to explain things in a better way. That was what I would do, because I am not an expert in fucking cryptocurrency. The same should have been done in that trial, okay? Yeah, TCV Princess, ask away. The same should have been done in that trial. They should have had some experts in there being like, okay, Wi-Fi systems, this is how Wi-Fi works. This is how earphones work. This is how like basic technology works that cannot be a threat to national security. But that would make sense, and the US government specifically avoids making sense. It certainly seemed to in that scenario. I'm not going to turn around and say every fucking scenario, because I don't like to tar everybody with the same brush by any stretch of the imagination. I like to go specific situation to situation. That trial was fucking stupid. So unbelievably stupid. And really highlighted, how's it going, Muggins? Really highlighted how old white men are so out of touch with society that they shouldn't be in power. They shouldn't be making national decisions for the benefit of the people that they are no longer in touch with. Do you know what I mean? Can TikTok order an American megapint? That was the kind of shit they were asking. It was like that level of fucking bullshit. Do you know what I mean? But they don't want to be known, otherwise they can't bullshit their way out of and create unhinged laws. Do you know what, Alexander? Fair point. Completely fair point. But that would make the expert important, and you always want to be the most important person ever important than a boring fact is more and more your opinion. Oh yeah, they're pushing that opinion bullshit. It's so fucking stupid. Lucas Bond coming in for the 62 months. Good lord. Good lord, Luke. How you doing, you beautiful bean? I'll now inscribe a name on the mirror vein. I hope work is treating you all right. Hope work's treating you all right, Luke. By having your name upon the mirror veiny means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you go roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, God, I look rough. But god damn, do I make rough look good. Ooh, harra, sexy. Oh, yes, meow, you know? You know, you cheeky devil. You got time off in 2 weeks. This year is more time for me and less time for work. Amazing to hear. Amazing to hear, Luke. I'm genuinely really happy to hear that, friend, because I know that you are fucking driven down by working all the time, you cheeky devil. So yeah, so that went to court, and off the back of that complete sham off the back of that complete sham of a trial, the Congress decided that TikTok was indeed a threat to national security. They basically, let me be clear, there is a law in China, okay? There is a law in China that dictates that any business that operates in China has to provide data to the Chinese government if they ask for it. Okay, this isn't just TikTok. This isn't just because they're a Chinese company. This is as I understand it, in this moment in time, any company that operates in China has to legally give the data to the Chinese government if the Chinese government ask for it. But from what I understand is they can only give direct access to your system. Yeah, but from what I understand is they can only give the data that is stored in China. So any data that is stored in the servers in America of the American people couldn't be accessed. But I might be wrong about that, but that's how I understand it, yeah? That is correct. There you go. See, so it's only the data that is accessible via the Chinese servers, effectively. Okay, so none of the data that is stored in American servers would be accessible, to our understanding. Okay. I was unaware the TikTok trial was so much like the Facebook trial. Facebook trial was slightly different because the Facebook trial, to my knowledge, was actually about them illegally selling data.
Hand it to my ego. Hand it to it. Hand it to it.
Valen, so last night I met this girl. I guess I must be dumb cause she had a pocket full of horses, Trojan, and some of them used.
Nothing wrong with a pocket full of horses there, Trojan. As long as you had a good time, you're a papa. That's what really matters. As you well know, as long as you had a good time and you were all safe and what have you, it's all good. All fun and games, right? Thank you very much for the 100 little panderings. I appreciate that. TikTok is Singaporean, but the company that owns the majority is a Chinese company. Yeah. So that is another thing. That is another thing. About the ByteDance is the company, yeah. So that is another thing about the whole trial that happened in America, was they were like, do you belong to the Chinese government? And they said, no, we're Singaporean. And they were like, are you Chinese? And they were like, no, I'm Singaporean. And there was a couple of senators on the stand who could not differentiate. And this is how ridiculous it is. They could not understand that Singapore was a different country to China. They couldn't understand it. They were like, so you're Chinese? And they were like, no, I'm Singaporean. And they were like, but that's like Chinese, right? And they were like, no. And they were like, what language do you speak in Singapore? And they were like, Mandarin. And they were like, so you are Chinese. And they were like, no, you speak English just like the English people do. What the fuck? So it was like that level of fucking stupid. They have like 3 languages, one of which is English. Yeah, exactly, right? And so it was so ridiculous, the fact that they just couldn't get their heads around this idea, and therefore, do you know what? The whole thing was a show. Let's be honest about this. The whole trial was a show. They had already made up their mind that TikTok was a threat to national security because it had links to the Chinese government. And when I say links, I mean the same links as any company that ever operates in China. Okay? Any company that ever operates in China, exactly the same links. The fact that, yeah, exactly. The fact that a congressman didn't know the difference between China and Singapore is extremely embarrassing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There's also a difference between a congressional hearing and a trial. One can easily get around the geography by moving the data around. US data moved to Canada to allow surveillance on US citizens. Oh yeah, that is definitely possible. But from what I understand, part of their terms and conditions and stuff, TSB, is the fact that they store a nation's data inside the nation's servers. Like, I understand where the thought came from in regards to, like, oh, this could be a national threat. I understand that, but nothing in the trial proved anything. Like, completely and utterly legitimate fear. It is a legitimate fear to know that a company that has so much access to the data of a nation, to the data of the public of a nation, could be giving that to the government of a foreign nation. That is a legitimate, absolutely legitimate fear to have. But in the hearing, the trial, the hearing, I'm not sure which one it was. In the hearing, nothing was proven because the people that were asking the questions didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. They had no fucking idea what they were talking about, so nothing was ever proven. Like, I'm sure if there was genuine worries and threats and stuff like that, they may have been able to pull something out if they'd have got experts in to talk about this and be like, do you know what, this is a genuine risk. But there was nothing proven. Nothing, no information at all proved that there was any threat at all to any members of the public of America at all. It was a farce. It was a sham. The whole thing was ridiculous because it was a show. It was, we've already decided that we don't like TikTok, who is a non-American business, having that much influence and power in our country. We don't like that. So we are going to ban it. And this entire hearing, this entire trial, whichever it was, the congressional hearing, the entire hearing was a way of just being like, well, we have to do this because it's a formality. But that's all it was. It was a formality. They'd already decided they were gonna get rid of it. Okay. So that all passed. They said, cool, you've got until the 19th of January to get your stuff in order. And then TikTok's gonna be banned in the US. 170 million users were on TikTok from the United States. 170 million. Right, we're not going to get into conspiracy theories. I've seen a couple of comments there. Just let's wind it back a little bit. Let's not get into any conspiracy theories about stuff, because I can see that there are some people starting to push down, like, obviously still facts there, but yeah, let's just make sure we're not going too far into conspiracy theories. Well, I'll very briefly talk about some facts that are not conspiracy theories, but they are factual, and what I expect to happen in the near future. But let's do the timeline first, okay? So that all went down, and TikTok were like, we're not don't want things to devolve into political conspiracy. Thank you very much. Yeah, we definitely don't want that. TikTok ban also affected some games. Oh, yeah. We can talk about a whole dynamic there, because ByteDance as a whole was stricken off, which meant that nobody could use CapCut. No one could use TikTok. There was a whole load of things that were affected, including a shitload of businesses. An absolute cosmic fuck ton of businesses that suddenly just couldn't access the finances that they had made off TikTok. But we'll get onto that. So yeah, the difficulty that came was the fact that the Congress had said to TikTok, we think you're a national threat, so you should sell. You will only be allowed to operate in America if you sell TikTok to an American company. Now, it's really important to say. It's really, really important to say that there is an easier way that this could have been dealt with. if America had put in a law in place to determine that no information, no data, if they wanted to sell the algorithm, we'll get onto that in a second, but if the Congress had put a law in place saying, cool, no data from any of these apps is allowed to be transferred to any governmental party or anything like that, or having stricter data laws around what social media apps can be using American data for. If they'd have put that in place, that would have covered all social media. It would have made all social media much, much safer. Okay, it's really hard to track that. No, I get that. I completely understand that. But if they'd have put in data privacy laws which dictated that no social media was allowed to use American citizen data for this, that, and the other, that would have affected all social medias, all platforms, and everybody in America would have been safer for it. But they didn't. Exactly, Codapillar. They didn't, because it's not as lucrative. Because they don't want... I mean, I can't speculate on what they do or don't want, but I will say that people like Meta, people like Twitter, people like Google benefit from not having that kind of law in place. So it is better for them to ban TikTok than for them to put in strict data laws that affect all social media. Not as desirable in the economy, rich folks would be impacted a lot. Exactly, and that's something I couldn't possibly speculate on the needs and wants of the rich folks, but I have my suspicions, you know. So they were like, cool, it's going to be on the 19th of January. There was no countdown. Like most companies in the tech space, from what I understand from people who work in the tech world who have reported on this, most companies have a countdown to any kind of deactivation. They send out email reminders. They have banners at the top saying, "Hey, don't forget, get all your bits squared away, get all your withdrawals taken. Don't forget to do this, that, and the other in order to delete your account because all of this is going to be not accessible to you, etc., etc." None of that happened. Instead, January the 19th came, and TikTok went dark for people in America. We'll talk about how it went dark in a moment. But from what I understand, I was obviously asleep at the time. Let me pull up the message. I was asleep at the time, but from what I understand, it actually went dark before it was meant to. It went dark like 3 hours early or something like that. It was pretty intense. It was pretty intense. Didn't they bring the ban forwards? Yeah. I think it was about 3 hours. Where they literally open image in new tab. Thank you. Because I want to show you this image in a second. So they brought the ban forward, went dark at 10:30 EST. It was on TikTok when it happened. Oh, right, okay. I was about to say, I don't know, I can't remember when it was meant to go dark, but from what I have read in like passing and people reporting on it and stuff like that, it was dark at 9:30 p.m. CST. The warning about the ban an hour beforehand at 8:30, and an hour later it was down. Right, okay. Yeah, from what I understand, it was meant to be much later in the day, like noon time, and then the Chinese devs probably needed to go to bed, quite possibly, or it was. In fact, you know what, before I go into what I think it was, let's get the timeline straight. That went down. So it went down at 9:30 p.m. CST, 10:30 EST. Okay, which was earlier than it was meant to go down. I think it was meant to go down not noon, midnight. I think it was meant to go down midnight time, like literally the evening. So as the turn of the day on the 19th. Okay. When it went down, American users were greeted with this. with this message. Sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the US. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. For now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned. This is a really suspicious message. Most companies, for those people that are not aware, people that might not be entirely familiar with the situation, most companies would have something like a law banning TikTok has been enacted in the US. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok. Even for now. We are working with the local government, or we are working with the American government in order to try and get this resolved as quickly as possible. Please stay tuned. That would have been a logical sort of assumption to have as a statement. But the fact that they mentioned President Trump by name, like the day before he actually became president, specifically mentioning a specific person, is suspicious as fuck. This is where a lot of people have got their fucking hackles up. Do you know what I mean? Because they're like, what the fuck? Why has this come about? What the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is going on here? An ass kissing stunt? Oh, I think it's infinitely worse than that, Duchess Demona. Americans call previous president still president. But wouldn't they call him... I thought the official term, because he's going for a second stint, is the president-elect. Or ex-president Trump. Like, they say ex-president Obama, don't they? They know they need to plead him, just like X and Meta do. No, I think it's worse than that. They didn't have to name him. They didn't have to. Yeah, we are fortunate that President-elect President-elect Donald Trump has indicated that would have made more sense, but this is just all of it. Former president, yeah, exactly. As we are fortunate that former President Trump has indicated that he will work on us to reinstate TikTok. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So immediately, suspicious statement. Okay. Now, a few hours later, approximately 12 hours later, if I remember correctly, it was approximately 12 hours later, suddenly, TikTok became available. Sus as fuck. Suddenly, TikTok became available to the American people out of nowhere. And there was a... let me get the thingy right if I can get it. If I can get the actual statement, that would be great. Was this the statement? Yeah. No, that's not the full one. Where's the rest of it? Okay. Then at 10 a.m., I don't know who took the screenshot here, but at 10 a.m., Donald Trump on Truth Social, which is his own social media site, put up this thing saying, "I'm asking companies not to let TikTok stay dark. I will issue an executive order on Monday." Oh yeah, by the way, in like a couple of days before January 19th, Donald Trump was like, "Hey Congress, I want TikTok to stay here." Remembering, friends, that the whole reason that TikTok even potentially was even a thought of being banned ever was because Donald Trump pushed it. Donald Trump was the one that said TikTok is a threat. We need to ban this website. We need to ban this social media platform. The whole reason why anyone even started talking about banning TikTok was because of Donald Trump. Okay? The whole reason. And then I think it was like January 17th, January 16th, January 17th, Donald Trump was like, hey, Congress, leave TikTok alone. Let them have a 3-month let them have a 3-month leeway. Let them give them 90 days to sell the thingy. They've already been given 90 days. They don't like TikTok had already been given 90 days to sell onto an American company, and TikTok were like, "Hey, we're good. We don't want to sell onto an American company. We're good. We're all right. We're all right. We're good. We don't need that." And Donald Trump was like, hey, Congress, why don't you give them another 90 days? Donald Trump, before he was the president, I know he's the president now because he's been sworn in and shit, but like before he was the president, he was like, give them another 90 days. Didn't ask, just said give them another 90 days. Give them another 90 days. Then on the day of the 19th, he posts this out there. He says, Donald Trump, I'm asking companies not to let TikTok stay dark. I will issue an executive order on Monday to extend the period of time before the law prohibitions take effect so that we can make a deal to protect our national security. The order will also confirm that there will be no liability for any company that helps keep TikTok from going dark before my order. He's not allowed to do that. He's not allowed to do that. Americans deserve to see our exciting inauguration on Monday, as well as, Americans deserve to see people pandering to my ego, as well as other events and conversations. I would like the United States to have 50% ownership position in a joint venture. By doing this, we save TikTok, keep it in good hands, and allow it to stay up. Without US approval, there is no TikTok. With our approval, it is worth hundreds of billions of dollars, maybe even trillions. Therefore, my initial thought is a joint venture between our current owners and or new owners, whereby the US gains 50% ownership in a joint venture set up between the US and whichever purchase we so choose. Okay? The president just said this law is not valid. Yeah. Now, it has to be said that President Biden, former President Biden, as they are now, did say that they weren't going to uphold the law. They weren't going to enforce the law that was being passed that banned TikTok. Which I understand. It was his last day of office. Why the fuck would he? Do you know what I mean? He was just like, do you know what? It's my last day. I don't give a shit. But the fact that President-elect Trump, when he was President-elect, said, there's going to be no ramifications. There's going to be no ramifications. Hey, you break the law. Don't worry about it. There's going to be no ramifications. There was a couple of senators from the initial banning of TikTok that was like, yeah, there will be ramifications. Yeah, that the law is still in place. There will be ramifications. The law has passed. It might not be being enforced by President Biden, but it's still in place. We will absolutely cover. There's a reason. I can absolutely guarantee you there's a reason why the Apple Store and the Google Play Store, the Android Store, as it were, did not have TikTok available in the United States. Lots of people had uninstalled it and therefore weren't able to get back onto it because of the fact that the app stores weren't facilitating it in America. And the reason why that is because it was still illegal to facilitate it. At the point where the ban was in place, the 19th of January, it was illegal to facilitate TikTok as a platform. But Donald Trump said, President-elect Trump was just like, hey, don't worry about this law. We don't have to worry about that. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. I'm telling you right now, as somebody that isn't currently in power, that you don't have to worry about the fact that you might be breaking the law. Okay? Don't worry about it. It's not a problem. So expect, friends, there going to be some ramifications off the back of that for thingies, okay? What he's going to do with every lot? Probably, yeah. Anything that's less convenient for him, for sure. For sure. Let's break the law. It doesn't matter. I'll be powerful in a few days. I'll be powerful tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? And he is. He is now powerful tomorrow. Oh, today even. But that was that. That was that. Now. So effectively, and let's be clear about this, okay? 170 million people. 170 million people across the states. And somebody said earlier that that included Canada. I don't know whether it was banned in Canada as well. I'm not entirely sure. But 170 million people that had formulated communities on TikTok, that had created businesses on TikTok, that had financed their entire lives off of TikTok, that had got out of debt because of TikTok. Canada was fine. That's good. Good. All of those people had the rug pulled out from under them with an hour's notice, as Aristotle was telling us earlier. With an hour's notice, people were fucking devastated. Lives were like, people were really struggling because of how much they had learned, how much they had learned about themselves, the fact that they'd managed to find a community where they felt like they belonged. You know, people were devastated by the entire situation. And I was upset about it. I was genuinely really upset because loads of the creators that I followed were Americans. 60% of my following, I've got 80-odd thousand followers on TikTok. 60% of them were American. And I was devastated to not have them be part of the community anymore, you know? Absolutely devastated. It was bad. Bad fucking times. And we had fucking whiplash with the emotional whiplash of literally being like, now we have to get on with our lives. We are grieving the situation that we are in. And especially those people that were far more affected than I am because their entire lives were TikTok, you know? And then suddenly it came in that they lifted the ban and they said, we'd really like to thank President Trump for helping us facilitate the lifting of this ban. Like, the fact that they mention him, they talk about him so much is suspicious as fuck. It's so suspicious. They're absolutely brown-nosing him, whereas before, that wasn't the case. That wasn't the scenario. And as a result, yes, TikTok is back. And I am genuinely really, really glad to have all of those, like, American creators, but also all of the American, like, followers back with us. But there is a really bad taste in my mouth. There is a really, really bad taste in my mouth. We'll talk about Red Note in a minute. But yeah, it's like I feel icky about TikTok now. You know, it's like, I hoped that it would become available to the Americans, but I hoped it would be come available to the Americans because of Red Note. Red Note, for those people that it's so bad, raising my hair so bad, yeah. So the Red Note scenario was this, okay? And this is genuinely one of the greatest things that has ever happened in the history of ever, especially the history of social media, okay? So the long story short, American government went, hey, TikTok, which is a Singaporean company that has links to the Chinese government, in the same way that every other company that operates in China has links to the Chinese government. We are banning them because they are a national security risk. And everyone on TikTok went, this is awful. We fucking hate this. We don't want that to happen. Like, fucking leave us alone. There was petition after petition after petition signed to not to pull the law, and it was ignored every single time because rich white men, right? So yeah, it went on and on and on and on. So TikTokers, American TikTokers went, fine. Like, because the American, all these American things were like, oh, well, don't worry. You don't have to use that. Instead of using TikTok, use Instagram Reels, which obviously has its own massive controversies with the fact that they have removed all fact-checking and allowed horrific slurs and insults against the LGBTQIA and trans people and ethnic minorities as well. Do you know what I mean? But instead of all of that... yeah, Finley, we'll get on to that. Instead of all of that, all of these TikTokers went, what's that? You don't want us to be using an app that you think has links to the Chinese Communist Party? Cool. We're all going to go over to Rednote, which is literally a Chinese app that has direct links to the Chinese Communist Party. It is Chinese Communist Party approved, and therefore we're all going to go use it. And thousands of people swarmed Rednote from America. And it is one of the most amazing and wholesome things that has ever existed, ever. Because what happened was, suddenly, American people were communicating with Chinese people on a perfectly normal level. It was wild. The Rednote had like literally so many people went over that it crashed the entire app. Like the whole app went down, and the Rednote devs were working overtime to make sure that they could get everything. First of all, make things a little bit more like TikTok, and second of all, make it so there was like English translations for everything, to try and accommodate all of these Americans that were coming over. Okay, now that's one element of it. That is one element of it. But the real element of it is the communication that suddenly got opened up between members of the public of China and members of the public of America, where Americans were like, we in America, we got told that Chinese people don't even have houses. But you say you all live in houses and it costs you like 800 quid a year. What the fuck? Or $800 a year. What the fuck? Do you all live in like shanty shacks or something? No, you've got decent houses, right? That's really interesting. And you've got like groceries, like we have groceries, because we've been told that China is like a destitute country, that it's completely like a slum of humanity. That's what we've been told. And all these Chinese people are like, no, that's not true at all. No, this is my house. This is how much it costs me every year. This is how much I earn, and this is how much I'm able to pay. And the Americans were mind blown, absolutely fucking mind blown at what the quality of life is like in China, which was fucking excellent. But what was more excellent was the realization Americans had when the Chinese people, where the Chinese creators were like, can we just ask you some questions? Because they thought that things that were just natural in America were Chinese propaganda. They were like, we've been told by the Chinese Communist Party that you people have to pay for ambulances. oh, isn't that ridiculous? Like, we get told like so much propaganda from America, like that you like actually have to pay for an ambulance to be able to get somewhere. Isn't that wild? Isn't that absolutely fucking wild? What? You do have to pay for you have to pay for an ambulance. It costs you like $3,000 for an ambulance to get you to the hot. That isn't Chinese propaganda. Okay. Right. Well, that's like, but what about like the fact that they advertise like pharmaceutical drugs just like candy on like TV and what have you? Like the advertisements are just like, oh, you can buy this pharmaceutical, buy these prescription medication, like that kind of thing. Yeah, that's kind of. Oh no, that's true too. Oh, okay. Right. Odd. Interesting. It's wild. They honestly, the best thing that has come from this entire exchange, the entire TikTok ban, is Americans realizing how much they are being fucked by their own capitalist society. You know, to find out that there are 700,000 homeless people in one state of America, and yet the entirety of China has a homeless population of 1.6%. 1.6% of their entire population are actually homeless, which is still thousands of people because of how many people are in China. But it's like the gravity of it is fucking wild, you know. Red Note was so nice and funny. I popped onto Red Note and I was having a look at it, and just I didn't know whether I could take on another social media, but I did pop on to see what it was like. And it was interesting because Red Note started, the platform started as a way of women sharing tips and tricks with each other, just lifestyle tips and tricks, and grew to encompass everybody else. It grew to encompass loads of different people, again, educationally sharing tips and tricks with each other. Which was absolutely fantastic. What was mind-boggling was like the way, first of all, they were like, we're not happy with you, like this is now TikTok to incorporate all of you, but it's all right, we'll make it work and what have you. What was mind-boggling was, first of all, how quickly everyone just started communicating amazingly, and second of all, how quickly some of the American TikTokers jumped straight in with insults. Like there was a big, I saw 4 or 5 videos when I was on Red Note, basically just being like, hey, we are now on like from American users being like, we're now on Red Note, this is great. Oh my lordy, oh my lordy. But at the same time, be polite, be respectful, you know? Ladies and gentlemen, and all Gentiles, I'm Gene. Delve deep into your pits of popcorn and throw them at the Raiders, throw them at these cheeky devils. Look at these people coming in here. I mean, really, could you even imagine who do they think they are? The absolute audacity. It is Jay Britone. Jay Britone. How you doing, Jay? How's it going, you cheeky little devil, you beautiful individual, you? How you doing? Monty, that's enough. Monty. Stop it. Monty. Excuse the popcorn. Excuse popcorn. There's a lot of popcorn. A lot of popcorn going around. How's it going, you beautiful individual? Oh, I love more popcorn. Is that chicken? Is that a Hugen Double? Also, your name is fucking excellent. Is that chicken? Are you doing some more Indiana Jones? Have you completed it yet? People go check out Jay Britton. Jay Britton is one of my favorite creators on this fucking platform. Fucking hilarious individual. Genuinely fucking hilarious individual. Well worth your love and attention. Absolutely hilarious. Hysterical. Voice actor. Performer extraordinaire, also chaos gremlin of an individual. I know that Jay usually needs to raid and run, so Jay, if you need to disappear off, you need to go grab a snaffly treat, go to grab a delightful beverage, which just looks like I'm drinking liquid mercury here, but go do what you need to do, you beautiful bean. 1 or 2 more streams. I really enjoy watching people play the new Indiana Jones game. It is a joy for me. Let me just snooze the ads because they're going to be coming in 4 minutes, but now they're coming in 9 minutes, so we can wait a bit. Yeah, it's a genuine joy for me because I loved the movies. I love the Indiana Jones movies, so it's quite cool to see a game do that. It's very, very cool. I'm enjoying watching other people play it. I'm enjoying watching Jay play it. But yeah, welcome on in, Raiders. How you doing, you cheeky little devils? Friends, if you're new here, 2 things you need to know about this channel. 1, you're not allowed to apologize. Faux pas, individuals, faux pas. Instead of saying sorry, try saying thank you. Instead of saying sorry, I'm late, say thanks for waiting. Instead of saying sorry, I'm such a burden, say thanks for being there for me. It'll make you a much more positive individual. 2, if you're under the age of 18, I have to ask you to leave. I've got to ask you to leave, for I am a colossal filth wizard, and I don't want to be corrupting the ears of the young. We talk about sex a hell of a lot here. In fact, we were talking just before we got onto the subject of the TikTok ban, we were talking about not safe for work games, because I am a sex educator and therefore play a lot of not safe for work games to see how fucky they are. And some of them are real fucky. Van loves mirrors so much that he has decided to drink them too. Oh. Tastes like vanity. One true cripple, come here, cheeky devil. What do you like claiming cheeky kisses, you cheeky individual, you? Filth Wizard. Exactly. Friends, if you are new here and you want to stick around, you are obviously more than welcome to. But if you need to disappear off, I respect the fact that you all have lives. And if you need to disappear off, go grab a snaffly treat. Go have life come in here. That's cool. If you want to drop us a follow and come back later, you're more than welcome to. Do whatever you need to do. Do whatever you need to do. We were just talking about the TikTok ban and the absolute farce that was the TikTok ban. The fucking laziest bit of political theatrics that has ever existed. The TLDR is the American government had a sham hearing where a load of old white men who don't know fuck all about technology asked a really stupid question to a social media platform, decided it needed to be banned, and the ban came into effect for approximately 10 to 12 hours before our Lord and Savior Cheesy McWhatsit came in and saved the day. So yeah, that was the TLDR. Yeah, to all the new people, a reminder that even though Valley's talking about politics, there are no politics. Yeah, we're not talking about the politics. We are touching on the we're talking about the TikTok ban. And the only bit of politics we're doing is touching on the elements when it touches a politician, but then we're not talking about we're rimming politics. We're edging the politics. Exactly. We're edging it because I've done one political stream in my entire career on Twitch and it was a clusterfuck of disaster. So I'm not going to jump into that. But effectively, the whole thing was a sham. The whole thing was a fucking sham. There are also bigger conspiracy theories. The situation as it is at the moment is TikTok has 3 months to sell 50% of the business and the algorithm to an American company. It says to America, but it's to an American company. Completely separate to that aspect of it is the fact that on the day of the ban, on the day that TikTok got banned, Facebook that had spent 3.6 million towards the ban of TikTok. $6.3 million they had campaigned towards the banning of TikTok. The day of the ban, Facebook created an account on TikTok, and on Facebook itself, it was over 7 million. You heard? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. And on Facebook itself, there suddenly became an option that you could link your TikTok to your Facebook, and that's apparently completely separate to the fact that TikTok need to sell 50% of their company to an American company in the next 90 days. Legally speaking, TikTok is still banned. Believe it or not, it's still not available on the app store. So I read. Yeah, a lot of people are using desktop for it at the moment. And legally speaking, you are right, Haxin. It is still banned legally. But from what I understand, now that Donald Trump is president, now that he's been sworn in and everything like that, he has the power to turn around and be like, hey, we're just going to postpone this for 90 days. We're just going to postpone it for 90 days. Don't think I want anyone on Facebook knowing what I look like, what I look at on TikTok. Exactly. I don't really give too much of a fuck. Facebook, I don't really interact with. I have it mainly because there's friends there that I only communicate with on Facebook, especially with the recent things. I almost left it, but the fact that the entire UK cabaret scene works via Facebook or Instagram, and there are friends and family that I only have on Facebook, means that I am in a bit of a more difficult position to leave them. I also don't believe in echo chambers. So anytime that I am on Facebook and I see some bigotry, I will stand the fuck up against it to just let everyone know that their opinions are fucked up, you know? Over here just watching while scrolling TikTok. Good. I like TikTok. I am on TikTok. I have been a creator on TikTok for a long time. I haven't posted properly in about 6 to 8 months. But I am back on there now, and I'm intending to post multiple times a week from here on out because I do enjoy it and I do miss doing it. I'm just trying to work out, because now I've started filming like this in order to do my TikToks. I just need to work out how to do subtitles, because when you do it on your phone, you can make the subtitles happen on your phone, but when you do it on desktop, the desktop facility doesn't have that capability, which is really infuriating. Really fucking annoying. But it's all stuff that I'll just iron out as time goes on. Do you know what I mean? Nowadays, most people use Facebook for family and groups. Yeah, exactly. But they've recently brought out rules with Facebook where they've binned off their fact checking team, which means that anyone can say fucking anything and no one's going to be any the wiser. So they've binned off their fact checking capabilities, and they have opened the doors for slander and insults to all minorities, including calling sexualities and gender mental health conditions. It's fucking horrible. Saint Sally, how you doing? How's it going? I am doing much better than I was 3 hours ago. Thank you very much. I have had a pretty fucking miserable day, and I very nearly cancelled the stream because I was in such a fucking horrible mind state, you know? But I didn't. I decided to press go live, and now I'm doing much better. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Who needs facts anyways? Well, there goes. So what Facebook are doing is they are copying what Twitter do, which is they're binning off their £1 million department of fact checkers, and they're like, we'll rely on free labor. So now they're basically, from what I understand, the plan is that anybody who says something false, they're going to put up like a community notes thing so that people can be like, hey, this is incorrect because of X, Y, and Z. So they're going to rely on the users of Facebook to fact check each other. You know, if sexuality is a health condition, then it's the best fucking health condition ever. Too fucking right. Too fucking right. They finished checking all the facts. They're all neatly ordered in a filed cabinet. Nothing else to do. So they were let go. That's it. They have checked every single fact that has ever existed. And now they can move on. Now they can move on and carry on and do bits and pieces, you know? It was so fucking stupid. I'm going to snooze the ads again so that you beautiful raiders can hang about for a little bit longer before ads come in. But that's the last time I can snooze. So, glad you're doing better now. Sometimes pressing that live button is the hardest part. Sometimes it is. I've been doing this a real long time, so I am all too familiar with that horrid feeling when you're having a miserable day and you're like, oh, I can't be fucked. I can't be fucked. I can't be fucked. And I was like, do you know what? Just do it. Just do it. The worst case scenario, I'm getting a miserable state of brain, and I'm like, cool, I'm just going to cancel stream or end stream early, you know? But at least I did it. And you know what? I'm really happy I did it, because now here we are having a good time, chatting away, talking through all of the TikTok shit. And we were talking about how one of the greatest things that happened from the entire TikTok ban was the fact that so many people went over to Red Note, which was like a hints and tips app for the Chinese people. But the communication between American people and Chinese people was like so wholesome. They were just like literally communicating public to public, so they were getting to know each other's different ways of life and things that were happening. The Americans suddenly realized how fucking unfair the capitalist society is over there. So yeah, it's wild. It's wild. I also love the fact that they were just like, what's that? You don't want us having our data in the hands of communist China? Cool. We are gonna go over to this app that has been approved by the Communist Chinese Party, or the Chinese Communist Party even. Yeah, let's go. the just sheer level of trolling, you know. Did you hear about the new thing that Blue Sky is doing, Val and Vane? They created a photo sharing app to compete with IG. Is this is it Pixelfied? Is it Pixelfied? Is that what one it is? Yeah, TikTok went down for approximately 12 hours. It was banned for half a day. And as you have missed our big rant, I'm not going to go back into it all, but the TLDR is it was a really shit political stunt that toyed with the emotions of 170 million people just so that they could make President Trump look like he was the savior. Oh, look, President Trump saved the day. To the point where, like, literally, when it got banned, there was a statement being like, hey, the US government have decided to ban TikTok, so you people in America can't get TikTok anymore. But don't worry, we're hoping that President Trump will be able to save us. And then a few hours later, President Trump has saved us. Oh, no one saw that coming. Oh, yeah, look, he's wearing a cape and everything. Yeah. Absolute fucking farce. Absolute farce. To the point where, like, I was hoping, I knew it was going to get banned, and I was genuinely, as I've said on TikTok, if you follow me on TikTok, you've probably already seen it. As I said on TikTok, I was genuinely hoping it would be a scenario where the American government was like, fuck, like, all of these people are going over to Red Note. All these people don't give a shit about the data being shared, potentially shared with the Chinese Communist Party. They've all gone over. Maybe we've made a major mistake. Maybe we should actually, like, take a step back and actually appreciate free speech and not rely on old, rich, white men who don't know anything about technology to make decisions for the populace of America. Maybe we should actually have people that are slightly more in touch, that understand technology, that understand social media. Do you know what? Let's all lift the ban on TikTok, and we can start approaching social media and data in a more understanding and appreciative way in regards to the dynamics of free speech, in regards to all of these elements. That's what I was hoping for. But instead, we got this absolute farce of being like, oh no, oh shucks, oh, we have been banned. Oh no, what a shame. Whoever will save us? Who will save us from this TikTok ban? Oh look, President Trump is wearing a cape and some spandex. Oh look, he has saved the day. Oh yay. Bullshit. Bullshit. And my worry, criminal offensive side eye. Yeah, exactly, Duchess Demona. My expectation. Okay, let's go with my expectation and my worry, okay? My expectation is that in the next 90 days, we will find that Meta will have bought, because of their actions, I would expect that Meta will have bought 50% of TikTok, allowing TikTok to be operated in America. I also think that the algorithm is going to massively change. I expect that the TikTok algorithm, which is revolutionary, let's be very clear, the current TikTok, the TikTok algorithm as of a week ago is fucking revolutionary in regards to discoverability, in regards to what people can access, in regards to like just everything about it was fucking excellent, which is the reason why it was so coveted, the reason why so many other platforms wanted to buy TikTok. Mr. Beast, Elon Musk, fucking Zucker the fucker, like all of these people wanted the TikTok algorithm because of how fucking good it was, and also the data that came with it. All right, I expect that Zuckerberg will be the one to buy 50% shares in TikTok, and that will allow TikTok to be used in America. My worry is that this is the start of state media, which is what happened in 1933 in Germany. I worry that this is the beginning of countries controlling the narrative. It could be any country, but very specifically in America. Much rather him buy it than Mr. Beast? No. Of the three of them, Alec, of the three people, Elon Musk, Zucker the fucker, and Mr. Beast, I feel like Mr. Beast is probably... I don't like him, but I feel like he is probably the safest of those three. He is the lesser of the three evils. Because whereas Elon Musk is an active bigot, Zuckerberg is happy to facilitate hatred if it furthers his own interests. Yeah, of the three, I think Mr. Beast is the safest of them. I don't think he's great. I don't think he's a great option by any stretch of the imagination, but of those three, I think he's the safest. Oh, I'm not denying his wrongdoings by any stretch of the imagination, Alec Wallace. I am all too aware of the wrongdoings of the accusations, as I say, for legal purposes, against Mr. Beast and the Mr. Beast industry. Completely and utterly am aware of that. And even so, still think he is the lesser of the three evils. Oh no, I am aware. I am all too aware, because I used to be a fan of Mr. Beast. I really enjoyed his work ethic. I really enjoyed the lengths he went to push his projects. I really enjoyed the content that he came out with. I didn't like a lot of it, but I enjoyed the business side of it. I was a fan of Mr. Beast from a business point of view because I find content creation such a fascinating thing, you know? And yet, I'm all too aware of the accusations that have been laid against Mr. Beast. But yeah, even with such heinous accusations being leveled against him and his business and his business partners and the people that work there, etc., I still think he is the lesser of the three evils. Which says a lot. Says a lot about how I view Zuckerberg and Musk. You know? Calling in sick on Monday because of gay. I'm terribly sorry. I can't come into work. I'm gay, you see. Love that. Love that. Honestly, it allows everything, even misandry. The new guidelines say you can argue for discrimination in the military, police, and teaching based on gender. The teaching part is interesting because there are people that accuse men of being... Oh, yeah, Mayor. Absolutely. The whole thing is fucked. The whole thing is fucked. And I genuinely think that the next 4 years are gonna be hard. I don't want to finish on like a fucking downer or anything. I just think they're gonna be hard. I think it's gonna be a very difficult time because we're really gonna see that oligarchy in place. Do you know what I mean? Orange spandex. Oh, I really don't want to see him in spandex. I'm good. Do you know what I mean? I've got to don't need not the mental image of it. I know. Did you know what? I'd like to apologize, but I also have that mental image in my mind, so we're all suffering together. Do you know what I mean? Saint Sally, love it. You're not alone in that worry. Yes, I'm not. I know I'm not alone in that worry. The vast majority of... How do I phrase this? There's an awful lot of people, a lot of American TikTokers that are like, there was this one TikToker, okay? Fantastic TikToker, gay guy, absolute fucking legend. Really enjoy his content, all right? He goes around and he, like, his TikTok is just his content of him and his promiscuous adventures across Europe and stuff like that, okay? And he was like, oh my god, the band's come in, this app has meant so much to me, it's provided this, that, and the other. I'm not going to go into his story, but it's provided a lot for him, you know? And he was like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but our only hope is Donald Trump. He was like, I hate Donald Trump, I hate him, but our only hope in keeping this app alive is him. And then it happened, and Donald Trump saved the day. And he was like, I tell a lie, this feels wrong now. This feels not okay. I don't know whether I am okay with being on this app anymore because of what the weird political theater that just went down, you know? Real fucky. Real fucky. I feel like none of the great options, but at this point, the lesser evil is still the lesser. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You've got evil, evil, and slightly lesser evil. It's like mildly lesser, but still, you know. I wish I could. It could be that TikTok needed to be 50% US owned, not 50% in a single company. I don't know how they're going to do it, Elizana. It might be that it needs to be 50% owned, US owned, but I reckon there'll probably be a bidding war between a variety of different companies, not just the three that we've mentioned, but probably other people as well. But yeah, it's still pretty fucky that it has to be US owned, because off the back of that, Trump is also sucking his own dick, being like, oh, I saved TikTok. I saved TikTok, and with me, with my influence, TikTok is going to become a multi-billion, potentially trillion-dollar company. I am the great and Lord Savior. You know what I mean? He's well and truly desperately trying to reach his own testes. You know what I mean? It's bad. It is bad. That's frankly terrifying. Just the three of them. Yep. Yeah, it is terrifying. Saying that I'm happy I live on a farm in the middle of nowhere. Last chance of anyone wanting to start wars and find me. Yeah, exactly. Which is great. Love that. Love that for you. You know? That's why I'm starting to learn how to make my own stuff. Won't have to go to the store as much. Entirely fair. You know? Already got a farm going. Let me know if you need some. Love it. People are good at coming together when something like this happens. People will still find strong communities be a part of. I think an awful lot of them may stay on Red Note, if I'm honest with you. Everyone just may be more mindful of who you might be exposed to, for sure. Do you know what I mean? Hadn't heard the allegation about Mr. Beast. Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, One True Cripple. I'm not going to go into them now, but there is a lot of them. But then there is against all of them. All of them. None of them are good. Do you know what I mean? Oh, okay. By the way, friends, if you're yeah, I think that's a good thing. If your comment is deleted, the mods are under very strict instructions by me to be careful, especially around this subject, because we do not talk about politics on this stream. We genuinely do not talk about politics on the stream, because I did one politics stream, and in that stream I lost 50 followers and 4 moderators. All right, so I am really careful not to talk about politics on this stream. This is a really touchy subject because it does talk, we are talking about social media, which is my industry. We're talking very specifically about an industry that affects me, which is TikTok, but the course of it, the course of the conversation does also touch on politics, and we have to be really fucking careful about that. So if your comment is deleted, it's nothing against you. Nothing against you at all by any stretch of the imagination. It's just the mods need to keep that line drawn. Do you know what I mean? So we are. I do my best to be good at avoiding politics, but I'm very passionate about politics. So it's an interesting one. But yeah, it's nothing against you, and it's nothing against the thing that you've said. It's entirely because there is a line that I don't want crossing, and the mods want to make sure that we don't cross that line, even accidentally. Okay. Managed to take your meds after deleting the post. Kind of felt bad. Oh no, it's an auto one. It was 100% a coincidence. We have an automatic post that says about taking your meds. It's completely automatic. It's not anything the mods brought out there. It's on a timer. It's on a timer. But yeah, we'll draw the line there. One of the mods, can we do the line for me, please? Up, and we'll finish off by talking about sex games. Brilliant. Thank you very much, Sembar. There is the line, friends. We're no longer talking about anything to do. Anything after that line or the 2 lines as we have now. Anything after that line will be deleted in reference to the conversation about TikTok. But yeah, the summary of it all, the TLDR is it's going to be a very interesting few years, and I feel deeply uncomfortable about it all. But on the benefit, lots of American people got conversing with lots of Chinese people, and they had like a proper cultural exchange, which was really fucking cool. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, the line must be obeyed. Exactly. Make sure you have good drainage so the chickens won't stand in the water. Might freeze. Oh, what? I don't have chickens. Oh, you're talking. Yeah, you're talking to them. No, I get it. Almost any subject can slide in politics, depending on how deep it goes into cultural impact. Yep. Oh, definitely. I do make a mean shepherd's pie, a vegetarian shepherd's pie. Even better. You know. The only thing that Valen is good at is avoiding politics and making good shepherd's pie. Those are my only 2 talents, Biohazard. My only 2 talents. I found a fun new sex game that I'm enjoying, but sadly it's more like a visual novel than a real game. There's an awful lot of visual novels out there. There's an awful lot of not safe for work visual novels. I think it's possibly one of the easiest games to design, which is the reason why a lot of people go for them. I quite like them because obviously with the Questionable Game Emporium, it just gives me an excuse to go full voice actor. Do you know what I mean? It gives me an excuse to go full voice actor. Though I will say, I don't do all the grunts and groans. Because that makes me feel weird when I'm reading it out. Do you know what I mean? Makes me feel real strange. Praise the line of Valen. Praise it. Good one. Make sure that you have a solid house. Oh, you're still, yeah, you're talking chickens. Hey, we love that. I will not have chickens. I can't be asked to get up that early. I know they require getting up early. Apparently they're very cuddly, but I didn't. Oh, solid house for the eggs, yeah. Thank you so much for the follow.
Panda to it.
Now the line has been drawn. Rip boiled water, you will be missed. How do ghosts stay in shape? They exorcise.
I hate this. I hate this. Shubidia, thank you very much for the 100 little panderings. Even if it did make my soul cringe. I don't know. You also have a talent for making us laugh at your romantic lines to McSeffles. Look here, you. Lunicorn, all right. Where is it? It'll be in the archive now, won't it? Or did she put it in the general? She might have put it in the general chat, wouldn't she? I think she did, actually.
Panda to my ego. Panda to it.
I just spent £100 on a belt that won't fit. Huge waste.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Soren Lane. Good lord. That was bad. That was bad. I can't find it now. Basically, oh no, found it. Out of context quotes that my partner has recorded over the year 2024. How's it going, Brentley? How you doing, you beautiful bean? Rather farm my own eggs, part of self-efficient. Yeah, it's a good way to do it for sure. It was in general chat. Yeah. I've found it. Welcome to the dad joke community. Don't encourage this behavior. Don't encourage this, goddammit. Drew the line of getting a goat. Was advised to get one. I have heard that they are real noisy. And and eat everything. You know? And they're also real good at climbing, weirdly, for a hoofed animal. Seems why it wanders around ours. Remember, they will usually eat just about anything. Exactly. You're hanging in there. It's colder than a bucket of penguin crap today. I feel that. It is very, very chilly. I am pretty chilly myself. In fact, at the moment, I'm all right because the candles, well, some of the candles are on, and the heating's been on, but it is dipping very, very quickly. It has to be said, you know. But I'm glad you're holding on in there. I'm glad you're hanging on in there. Yeah, so throughout the entirety of 2024, my darling love, Steph, many of you will know them as McSteffels when they pop in, got some quotations from me. Some quotations of things that I have randomly said, or I have said in some description of context, but there is no context for what they are, okay? So the first of which was, have you ever seen how dexterous an orangutan's mouth is? Minus 15 there. Bloody hell, Brendan, that is fucking Baltic. That's so fucking cold. Have you ever seen how dexterous an orangutan's mouth is? It's very dexterous. It's very dexterous. Now I need to show you, look, friends. Is there a better video than that? Yeah, look at this. Look at this. All right, friends. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. We're going to have context for this one, all right? Look at this. This is an orangutan. And behold, its glorious lip movement. Look at it. Who needs hands? They are very dexterous. That's gotta admit, that's some serious adult film star shit. They are very dexterous, okay? It's true. We're down at -8 there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Gonna get way worse tonight with the wind chill. It's warming up come Wednesday. Typical Mother Nature of her meds here in Missouri. Mother Nature is going a bit off the rails pretty much everywhere at the moment. Do you know what I mean? Drop the link. I got that off Reddit, but let me grab it here. Yeah, sure. Copy link. Oh, it's fucking massive. It's a huge link, but that's the link. That's the link that I got it from. There you go. Next one. The next quotation we have is, "It's my testes. They are pendulous." None of these come with context, by the way, friends. I mean, I gave you context for that scenario, but I didn't give you the context in which I turned around to McSteffels and was just like, have you seen how dexterous an orangutan's mouth is? All right, but it's my testes. They are pendulous. I have a nauseating pit of endless emotion for you, my love. It's very accurate. I do indeed. The problem is I say these things and then I forget that I've ever said them. So, and because of the fact that McSteffels doesn't provide any fucking context for any of these things, means that they're all, who knows what I was fucking talking about, all right? Who fucking knows? Like for this next one, we were just talking about how consent is very sexy. Consent, very sexy. Also mandatory, but also very, very sexy for any kind of delightful endeavors, all right? Thus, my quotation, my penis is a vampire. It always needs inviting in. Oh my lordy. Classic one. I will be your weighted blanket. on board that. We were talking about McSteffels' personal fragrance, the way she always smells and what have you. And my response to me talking about to us having a conversation around that, I said, "Oh yeah, in World War II, I'd wear you as a gas mask." She smells amazing. Look, all right, she smells fucking amazing. Okay, at all times. Stealing the vampire one sent to my follicle. You're welcome. Do it. My partner Steph says my hair looks like a bird's nest. I respond with, if your head's a bird's nest, then I'm happily shagging the tree.
Oh my.
Exactly. Exactly. Juvidia, thank you very much for the 200 little panderings for that. Oh my, god damn it. Oh shit. I said to that we'll move on to the next one. I have to say, one of the first things I noticed about you was how small your wrists are. And that's true. That is true. The first time me and McSteffels met up, I noticed that she has very, very tiny, dainty wrists. Tiny, dainty wrists, you know? Oh shit, I remember this. And I won't give you any context for it, but I remember saying this. I was like, so I turned to her and said, so I was thinking about us going out for a meal, and then I was thinking about a cat cafe, since I know that you like cats and don't like people. So I thought that'll do very nicely. You know? I turned to her and said, "Darling, I want you to bond to me in every way, shape, and form, including adhesive." Oh my god. Might share you on? Do it. So you're a wrist guy. It's a new one for me. I do like wrists. It's true. I'm a big fan of wrists. Does one even need a reason to go to a cat cafe? No, I'd say not. I'd say the cat cafe has its own reason, right? And then finally, our final main one for 2024 was me handing McSteffels a takeaway. And I said, "I bring you a river of curry sauce, my love." And she said, "You know, most men bring flowers, but okay." And I said, "But flowers don't mean as much to you as curry sauce does." Understand your partner's romance language, friends. Flowers do not mean as much to McSteffels as curry sauce does. Very important. Very, very important. I did manage to... I'm terrible at remembering them. I have to say, I am terrible at remembering to like get out my little notepad and like type them out. But Steph did have her own in 2024 when she turned to me and said, "I've decided what I want to eat." Because we have this thing where we get hungry and then we just don't know what to eat. I'm sure many of you understand that. Many of you delightful individuals, all right? Where it's just like, I just don't know what to eat. So she was like, "I've decided what I want to eat." And I was like, "Yeah?" And she was like, "Nachos." No full meal. That's grand. She said to me, "I thought the uterus was cute with its small arms all tucked up, but no, it is the angry chihuahua of the organs." Brilliant. She said, "I have to be careful when I'm getting my hair cut and dyed darker in case I go full Lord Farquaad." She doesn't look like Farquaad. Her Lord Farquaad. She looks far beautiful. Far more beautiful. And then I spelt the thing wrong, but she was like, "Mousse cake. It's like pornography to me. That's my version of a cream pie." The mousse cake. It's brilliant. Brilliant. Fucking tickled me. Tickled me great. Let me scroll up. Where the fuck was I? Is it bad that I'm writing some of these down for future chat up lines? Solid call. Solid call. Darling, get the power glue. PSA, do not use PVA as lubricant. Will not work. Dear, laughter therapy is great. Oh, laughter therapy is great. I'm glad you reminded me of it, Lunicorn, that I could share it with everyone, you know? Expansion is the effect of heat. Therefore, I am not fat. I am hot. I love that. I love that so much. I love that so much. It's usually true for most people. And this, ladies and gentlemen, and all genders outside in between, is why Valen is a keeper. I certainly tried to be. I certainly tried to be. But it's too late now. I'm being kept. I am well and truly kept. I am good. I am good. My one need to go to the cat cafe in my city is to have 10k entrance fee for it. Oh, that is savage. Savage. Me on a daily with food. Yeah. I really struggle with food. I really need to do a food shop because I really need snaffly treats. Snaffly treats. I stole one of Chunk's bananas earlier because I needed snaffly treats. Sorry, I'll replace it tomorrow. It's fine. Do you know what I mean? I'm not that stupid or horny. Sounds like coming from experience. I mean, I'm going to assume that you aren't in the US because can't imagine Cat Cafe here having anything high of that high of an entrance fee. Definitely not. Definitely not in the UK either. Absolutely dying of laughter. May have a headache because I've laughed so hard. Oh no! We caused Lunicorn to have a headache because of the laughter. Too much giggles. Too much bloody giggles. But still a lot for me without a formal work source of regular income. That's fair. That is fair. Sound like fucking Muttley right now. Amazing. Sending love, Lunicorn. May your headache fade. And we're going to drink with me. Sort of a rough day today. Do you know, it's been a rough day for a lot of people today, Brentley. But I've also had a very, very rough day. But I have a rule. I have a rule in and of myself that I will never drink when I've had a rough day. Because as much as it does take the edge off, it's a very quick way for things to spiral for me personally. So I'm like, do you know what? Anytime that I have a rough day, I do not have a drink because I don't want to have that spiral or that coping mechanism. No criticism to anybody else, no judgment to anybody else by any stretch of the imagination. It's just for me personally. But it seems that some other people are having a little tipple with you, you know. My dad jokes are good. Oh, taking credit now, Stupedia. I see how it is. I see how it is. All right. Totally worth a headache laughing so hard. Honestly, bloody brilliant. Massive thanks to my partner, Steph. Massive thanks to my partner, Steph, for even thinking of recording this stuff. You know? Shit that I laugh about it in the moment and then completely forget about it afterwards. But she's a keeper. She's a keeper for me. You know? You know? Brentley, it's not a healthy habit by any stretch of imagination, but I am certainly not one to judge, you know? You know? You'll never drunk. I'll never drunk. I don't drink when I'm having a bad time. For me personally, it doesn't help the situation. In fact, usually it makes the situation infinitely worse, you know? So my rule is I am more than happy to go and get absolutely smashed, but I've got to be in a good mood to do that. Because there was definitely a point where I didn't have that. There was definitely a point I didn't have that, where I was a job that I really didn't like and then just got fucking smashed pretty much every night. And it was bad. It was bad. It was bad for me. It was bad for everyone around me. It was just like, yeah, I'm good. Do you know what I mean? No worries, Brentley. As long as you're looking after yourself, friend. As long as you're okay. Can't wait for the installment of lines from this next year. I'm sure they'll be just as delightful. Probably. I don't know whether she's recorded any of 2025 just yet. But we'll find out. We'll find out for sure, you know? I feel like that's the healthiest way to go about alcohol. I used to drink a lot. I used to use alcohol as a coping mechanism as well. But I'm not going to go into that now. But yeah, it's how we all cope with different things, you know what I mean? So long as you're being careful about it, that's the most important thing. Know your own limits. Exactly, we've heard the drink Superman swan dive attempt. Yeah, it was pretty hazardous, do you know what I mean? That much alcohol makes Alan Bain break out in handcuffs. No, I can't. No, I have been arrested for being drunk. I can't deny that. I can't deny that. That's yeah. I can't deny that. Oh, I haven't been charged for it, but I've definitely been put in the back of a van for being drunk and disorderly. That's a truth. That is a truth. But they all make fun stories, right? They all make fun stories. All make fun tales, as they were, you know? But yeah, it's good. At least you haven't peed on a police officer while drunk. I didn't pee on them. My friend did. My friend did. I just held them up while they pissed on a fucking police officer. That was the day. That was genuinely the day when I realized how fucking powerful my fucking charisma is. Trying to convince a police officer that had just been pissed on not to arrest my friend who was pissing on him or had just pissed on him was I don't even know how I fucking did it. I genuinely don't know how I fucking did it. But it was old is what it was. Van is just normally disorderly. Just disorderly. It's fine. So alcohol metabolism is how just moles' livers put me off. Sometimes socially, otherwise can't justify damage, which is fair. That's all right. But I also understand why people do drink because I am one of them. Do you know what I mean? I am one of them. I've seen you a bit piffed. Did you be piffed? Somewhat endearing at times. It's interesting because I thought it was really obvious when I was drunk. And then Steph was telling me that she can't usually tell when I'm drunk up until a point. Normally, I'll get tipsy and then I'll get drunk and no one notices. No one notices at all. I just get a little bit more loosey-goosey. Do you know what I mean? A little bit. Everyone thinks I'm a little bit tipsy, but she knows because I'm like, darling, I am drunk and everything's fine. And she'll be like, okay, no, if you're saying that now, that means you're absolutely fucked. And then there's a step beyond that where everyone can tell I'm drunk. And the main reason that everybody can tell I'm drunk is because I don't blink with both my eyes at the same time. Blah, blah. I never blink with both my eyes at the same time. And it's just like, okay, Val's smashed, you know? Critical success. Yeah, very much so. Fucking was, right? So 10 didn't expect holding a friend while being on a police officer. It happened. I can't deny it. I can't deny that occurred. That definitely occurred. And then my friend fought me because he thought I was mugging him when I was just trying to keep him safe. Hazards. There's been a point in evenings at those events that I've been to, your swagger hits and you just become a bit more dancer-esque in your movements. Yeah. Fluid. I get more get more wiggly. You know? That's how I tell if you're drunk too. Yeah, yeah. How you tell if I'm drunk? Just the eyes don't blink at the same time. For sure. For sure. Anyway, friends. That's where I'm going to leave it, friends. That's where I'm going to leave it today. Because I got a whole lot of stuff that I need to do tomorrow. And I need to get some bits and pieces sorted. But as per usual, you beautiful beings, as per usual, we are going to go throw some love at another delightful individual. And I would love it if you could stick around for the raid. I would love it if you could stick around for, even if it's just 5-10 minutes. Oh, Jesus, excuse me. Even if it's just 5-10 minutes, I would love it if you could stick around for the raid just to go throw some love at another delightful individual. Before we do that, though, friends, 20 minutes ago now, Alec Wallace redeemed to praise the mods, and I would love it if you could then throw out some mod loves now, you cheeky devils. Say a massive thank you to those wonderful moderators. Thank you to those wonderful, wonderful, wonderful mods who keep us safe, who look after us, who, troll the fuck out of me and cause all kinds of mayhem. Mods, thank you so much for all that you do. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for all you do in and out of stream, all the stuff you do for me behind the scenes, and all the stuff you do for this wonderful, wonderful community. I really, really appreciate it. Even you, Biohazard. Mostly. Mostly. You know? While you're throwing all that mod love out there, friends, don't forget that you can use any kind of love hearts from any kind of from any kind of stream. You can use any kind of emojis, any mod love emojis from any kind of stream. Let me have a quick look at who we can go throw some love at. Oh, that's a rerun. Never mind. Never mind. Ooh, they're a fun person. Who are you? Okay, friends. Like I said, friends, if you can stick around for the raid, even if it's only like 5-10 minutes, just to go throw some love at another human being, I would really, really, really appreciate it. How long have you been streaming? We could go raid you. Yeah, we could go raid you. Oh, though, you are probably about to finish very, very shortly. Oh, let's go raid this person. Let's go raid this person. This person's a joy, a happy-go-lucky scamp of an individual. Are they going to be on for a while? Yeah, they'll probably be on for a bit. They'll probably be on for a bit. Friends, if you are a subscriber, please copy and paste the first raid message. If you are not a subscriber, please copy and paste the second raid message. That's the first bot of vein raid message for subscribers. The second bot of vein raid message for non-subscribers. Oh. No, that person's just finished. Fucking hilarious. Yeah, let's go see Mary Majora. Raid. Because they're fun. And they are all of the fun right now. Friends, we're going to go raid Mary Majora. Mary Majora is a wonderful, wonderful human being. A happy-go-lucky scamp. If you enjoy my level of humor, then you are going to enjoy this wonderful being. All right? You're going to enjoy this wonderful being. If you don't know them already, they are a member of the Octopus and Dragons stream team, which is the member of the stream team that I am a part of, which is always a good sign. Always a good sign. If you're not in the raid up here, please, 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 please click on the link that I have just thrown down here to go throw some love at Mary. Mary is a wonderful, wonderful being. And like I said, if you enjoy my humor, then there is a good chance that you will enjoy Mary's humor. So let's go throw them some love. All right, friends. Friends, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the raids, the subs, the gift subs, all the cheeky little bitties. Thanks so much for all the follows. Thank you so much for spending your time here and having these wonderful, wonderful discussions. And thank you so much, especially for being so respectful about our no politics rule, because I know it's really hard with a subject like we've been talking about today to not fall into all of that. So I really, really appreciate everybody's restraint and respect, because it means a lot to me. All right, I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. GMT. That's 1 p.m. British time, where we'll be playing some more retro Discworld, and there is a good chance I'm going to need all of your help to get this game completed. All right, so friends, I will see you tomorrow, you cheeky little devils. Until tomorrow, don't do anything I wouldn't do, because if I wouldn't do it, it'll fucking kill you. I'll see you all later. Bye 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 bye.